alumni, everybody who's joining online, and then my colleagues, senior faculties, and students. I welcome you all to this great event, because finally, after so long, the event that had been like predicated for so long, people had been like hoping that this will go on, like this will happen, and finally it happened after like I think like 5-6 years, like something around that time. So finally it is here. So the time is now, as everybody know. You can also see like how brazen we have become. This is the first time we are doing a complete hybrid event. So part of people are online and part of us are here, and let us see how it goes. And there is a huge bunch of people who are working really, really hard. If you like, at some point of time, the camera would turn around, you will see them sweating around, making things work. So I hope it will be a very nice event. So let's start off with the address by our director. Let me invite our director, Professor Geeta Balakrishna, to start off.
Good evening and good morning and good afternoon to people all over the globe. So let me officially and unofficially welcome all the alumni for the first ever alumni meet in 2024. So thank you all for joining this event. I'm sure it would have not been easy for the people who have come offline. You've come a long way, and that too on a weekend. So I would definitely thank you all also. This, I can say, is a wonderful feeling when you get to meet your students whom we believe that we have nurtured and been responsible in some way or the other for what they are today. And I believe the same way goes from the alumni who wish to or were happy to meet their teachers or happy to interact with the alma mater. So it's really a great feeling. And to talk about the alumni, we started off, all of you know, in 2012. It was a very small group. And today we have grown into such a big group, a remarkable journey. And it would have definitely not been possible to get this kind of a big recognition without all your contributions. So definitely all of you have made a huge or played a huge role in making CNMS what it is today. And there is no hesitation for me in saying that we have been recognized as one of the leading research centers in chemistry and physics of materials in India today. And complete credit goes to you all. So it is really overwhelming and heartfully, I should say, that throughout the journey, you were with us and you will always remain to be so. Yeah, I think online and offline. Yeah, muted. Okay. So this is a very sentimental event also, I should say. So when we talk about alumni, you can, it's very important that you stay connected. Somehow, unfortunately, we could not make it. As Professor Rajesh was mentioning, we were trying to have this event for the last 3-4 years. And almost last year we were supposed to have, and we made it almost happen, but it could not. But finally we had it today. And it's a very, very nice thing that has happened. And I congratulate the team for having made this happen. I really congratulate them for having started this tradition of connecting or staying connected. And I hope it continues. And yes, as I always say, you have not only you have contributed, I'm sure you have got into jobs where you still continue to contribute to science. and scientific community. So keep doing that. And in the process of getting success, in the process of achieving great things, also don't forget the values you have imbibed. Keep up the values. And especially when I see the kind of pace all of us are running with, we tend to give up, not give up, compromise in such a way that we cannot be compassionate or we cannot show gratitude to all the things. I think those things we always need to consider. We need to be a little compassionate to all the needies. It may be anybody, for example, a fellow colleague or a sister, brother, or a family member, or even parents. So it's really nice when you can respond to the hardships they are going through. It adds a lot of happiness to you. And not only that, for all that you receive, we need to be grateful. So when we speak about this, which I usually don't when we are near a student, because we do not tend to take these values or tend to take these kind of lectures when we are students. But when you get into a job, when you are surrounded by various challenges, it's very important that these things or these values are kept up, because these are the small things that keeps you going or brings happiness into your life, because it's a long journey. You start off and keep going there. So what keeps you going is these small happiness. So being grateful, especially to your parents who've done so much for you. This is the time when you need to give back. So every part of such things can add a lot of happiness and it keeps going. So I will today is Alumni Day, so we'll hear a lot from the alumni. And I would only say, relive the memories and please keep coming back, and all the best for your future. So let's interact and see what the alumni has to say or to give us today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Of course, alumni is also the opportunity to engage with the community. So obviously, there are ways that we can imagine and plan and figure out new ways of engaging with the community, and the community is what you decide what it is going to be. So obviously, we need very able leaders to take care of such huge responsibilities. And as you know, whoever that you see here and whoever has helped organize this event are interim members who is just, I would call ourselves the enablers. So we are just enabling this particular opportunity. So enabling you to start off. So this is the time, as you are aware, that there is a voting that is going to open up for the responsible positions in the Alumni Association. So now I think we will give the stage to the people who are competing, so they will have their moment. Okay, so everybody is going to join online. So I'll just call in the names, and then they will have the time, their time, and then you can see it on screen. So I think the first member is Ningaraju, who is competing for the position of the president. So Ningaraju is here, so he will. So Ningaraju.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone present here. Uh, Respected professors, alumni, and my dear colleagues. I am Ningraju, currently working as Senior Research Fellow in CNMS, and I am one of the alumni of the batch MSc 2017 to 19. So today I'll be talking about some of the role of president as a member. I'm participating here. So one of the main thing is that keeping the CNMS family together and growing, establishment of mentorship programs that would connect students with alumni, that would facilitate knowledge exchange, career guidance, and personal development, organize regular networking events, workshops, and seminars that provide platforms to our students to interact with accomplished alumni in diverse fields. So advocate for resources and support services in order to enhance student experiences, including academic assistance, career counseling, and leadership development programs. So collaborating with alumni to provide scholarship, internships, as well as job opportunities, and promoting of extracurricular activities and initiatives that foster holistic development, creativity, and innovation among our alumni. So cultivate a strong sense of pride and loyalty among alumni members by highlighting their achievements, contributions, and ongoing impact on the society. So organize like this, we are planning to organize reunions, homecoming events, as well as alumni chapters, and collaborate with institutional leaders to implement strategic initiatives, enhance resources, and advance reputation and impact of our institution locally and globally. In conclusion, my candidacy for president of Alumni Association is founded on a commitment to fostering unity, empowerment, and progress within our community. Through collaborative leadership, innovative strategies, and unwavering dedication, I aim to inspire a legacy of excellence and service that generations and leaves a lasting impact on our institution and beyond. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah, so the event, like, if there is any question that you want to ask Ningaraju, then it is the time. Please check the online, like if anybody wants to make a comment. Obviously, you can see how much Ningaraju has come. He gave this is such a long speech without hesitation. I remember being in the MSc classroom, like trying to coax him to come up with an answer for something, and he just like sitting there. So it's just a platform that's required. Yeah. So anybody has any answer? Sorry, questions? Obviously. Yeah. Yeah, please, people online, you can also, I think there are a couple of queries over there. Like, check the chat, like somebody's asking any question. Not yet. What is really the story?
So in online, I think there are a lot of people. Yeah, Arjun, you were there, right? I can see Arjun, Vishnu were there. Is there no questions? Okay, Ningaraju, I have a question. Okay, you have committed well things, but what is your plan, a roadmap that how you can connect to the industry, or how you will, or how you take the help of the other people in the department, like either faculties or who the alumni who are faculties or in the job, like Manjunath is like assistant manager. So how you have a plan? Any plan you have right now?
Actually, I have contacted some of the industry experts. So some of the people are ready to take seminars or online discussions. So maybe in coming days, I will be in contact with them and I will arrange some of the programs like one day conference or like that.
Yeah. Now there is a question from Abhinandan. So the question is, Ningaraju, if Ningaraju can answer, how he is worthy compared to the other candidates. So you have to tell about your positive things which other candidates don't have. So that is a question. It's like it's a good thing. I think it should happen in the Lok Sabha and also that people can cross question your candidate. Now you can look into the your team, plus everyone.
Actually, from school days, I'm being here only in this campus only. So I participated in many of the events like leadership qualities I developed. So with that, I have confidence that I'll be doing one of the best like group from our CNMS-Alumni Association. So I'm planning towards that. So in coming days, I will definitely do that.
Okay, thank you, Ninga. And is there any questions
From online, offline.
Yeah, no questions from offline. If online, if it comes, yeah. Sachin, do you have any questions? And I think Govardhan, Jyoti knows him very well, right? From the day one. Manjunath, do you have any questions? Good.
Hi, Ningaraju. It was a nice talk. But as we all know, money is a sensitive issue. And talking about scholarship, fellowship, if you just see the postdoc batch 1 and postdoc batch 2, among ourselves, we feel sometimes a little up and down. So when you spoke about money, please let us know what are your plans that you want to bring about, a couple of them, if not all, about this fellowship or scholarship that you spoke about.
Good.
Actually, this is for World Students Association. So I think maybe in coming days we'll plan for student association in CNMS. With that, we'll be yeah. What? For that, our treasurer is there. He will do it.
Thank you, Linga. And any other thing? Generally, Linga, treasury is just to collect the money and keep it safe. They are not how you are earning the money. So treasurer, maybe he maybe say that our president doesn't do anything. And when I was secretary during my days in IIT Kanpur, so we fought for the scholarship hike, this, that, and lot of things. Do you have any plan for that? Like in continue with the RNet questions, if they come to you.
Actually, some of the students are facing this.
Yes, we can provide them.
Sir, some of the people are saying like that, not get arrears. So is it possible to get back like that? As of now, I told it's not in my hand. Like maybe if any associations are like, we are planning only for this one, like World Students Association. So that thing is not in our hands, like that. Maybe for that we need to check it.
Yeah, I think probably we have to remember that this is alumni association. Not the
Yes.
association. So probably.
That's nice. Okay, I think
Yeah.
if any other questions from the backbenchers. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ningaraju. And best of luck. Now we have Dr. Divya Prasad, who is contesting for the same post. So they are challenging each other, Ningaraju and Divya Prasad. So let's hear from Dr. Divya Prasad. I hope she's online. She's joining online. Yeah, she's there. Divya, go ahead.
Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, respected professors, my fellow colleagues, my seniors, my juniors. Thanks to the Alumni Committee, first of all, for organizing the first Alumni Meet. And thank you for having us join from all parts of the globe. And we are already in different time zones. So good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to everyone. So yes, I'm standing for the position of the CNMS Alumni President. And before I start to tell what I want to focus on, I want to just give a brief introduction about myself. So for people who don't know me, my name is Dr. Divya Prasad, and I majored with a PhD in chemistry. During my time in CNMS, I was working with Dr. Arvind Jadhav sir and Professor Nagraj sir. And if you see my manifesto, and I believe most of you have seen the poster that I circulated for everyone to see, I have written that I will be the catalyst for the CNMS Alumni Association. And I say that because I was also part of the heterogeneous catalysis group. Now, coming to my manifesto and what my major focus points are going to be, my first focus point is going to be to promote CNMS and JAIN University and to enhance its visibility as a hub of exceptional talent, innovation, and dedication. And this can be done mostly by promoting our institution in broader circles. This way, we can attract more opportunities and recognition for our students and alumni, both PhDs and MScs. I also plan on doing a lot of virtual engagement by having a lot of virtual meet and greets, because we are living in the world of technology and it is not quite possible to have everything in person. So mostly we'll try to invite alumni to give virtual guest lectures and participate in workshops. And we also plan on creating an advisory board with alumni in key scientific and academic and industrial positions, because a lot of our MSc and PhD alumni, they are already in good positions. And this will provide a lot of valuable insights on the market trends and how they have their lookout on STEM career skills. This can help us align our programs with industry needs and future opportunities, both in postdoc and in industries. Apart from that, to connect better, I think we will try to strengthen our alumni association through active participation with the help of newsletters, monthly newsletters, or quarterly newsletters. And thank you to Ria for being an active part of the newsletter committee. And also we can have some skill development workshops, because skill development is very important when we are doing our masters and PhD, especially in the field of STEM, under professional guidance. So yeah, we will try to do all of that. And in closing, am thrilled to be a part of this community. And I hope that we can together make a good alumni community in this year. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thank you. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Divya. Okay, so the questions for Divya offline. I think Manav, you have to ask the first question probably. Seems to start the slide. Yeah, Divya, Professor Pramoda Nayak is here. she is going to ask you the first question. I hope you can see her.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Divya. Do you hear me? Are you
I
here?
can hear you. I can hear you, sir. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay. So, thanks for your manifesto, what you are putting. So, my question is, what are the initiatives do you think it should take from the alumni to promote CNMS for the global distinction?
Thank you for your question, sir. So firstly, I think that we are a global community right now. And the first thing that I think we should put across the alumni community is our perspective, is to share our perspective. So when we were when we were doing our PhD in CNMS, we were like in a nest.
Yeah.
Now we have gotten out of the nest and we are in different parts of the world and we are all experiencing different things. So our perspectives in life has changed. And that is the first thing that I believe should be shared with the present MSc students and the PhD students. Only when we share our experiences and perspectives, it gives more visibility to everyone. So I think that is one of the things that I would like to put across everyone, is to share our collective experiences and perspectives.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from offline? Akshay, just check online if there is any questions. Hey, you people should ask the question.
Okay,
Cross
let me ask one question,
Yeah.
Manav. Now, Divya, you are going to be in the Alumni Association of UCSP and then Rensselaer. And then obviously the JAIN University Alumni Association is going to look like quite small. Like, how are you going to like meet the needs for those? Like you are now going to be in the Alumni Association for UCSP also, right? And Rensselaer. And you will have programs and many commitments there too. Can you hear me?
Sir, actually, you're not quite audible to me right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now you can hear, right?
Yes, I can.
No, my question was that now you are going to be in the Alumni Association for two prominent universities outside India too now. Then obviously you are going to have commitments to them again.
Yes. So I am a part of the University of California, Berkeley alumni, and I'm right now in Cornell University, so I'm not a part of their alumni yet. But being a part of the UCB alumni, we keep having a lot of alumni meetings. So I think because it is also a global and a very international community over here, we get to learn a lot of things. And given that this is our first CNMS Alumni Association, I think we can try and implement a lot of the things that people do over here. And it's mostly virtual meet and greets. And a lot of, so recently we had a proposal writing on how to write proposals for funding. So that was one of the seminars that we recently had in the Alumni Association. So I think we can organize such seminars, and we can, even if we don't have any seminars, we should just meet once in a while to talk about what is happening. For example, just now Dr. Arnett asked as to how will you bridge the gap when it comes to money. So I think as an alumni committee, we can sit and decide, and if not decide, we can at least have a conversation on how these issues can be resolved. Because I remember when I was there in CNMS, we were having this salary issue, especially when we transitioned from JRF to SRF. So I think we can have a community and where we can talk and where we can discuss, and then we can put our thoughts together and get in touch with the professors and tell them, okay, this is how we can navigate through this. So I think that is one of the ways that I would take this forward, if that answers your question.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. Thank you.
Hi. Hi, Divya. There is a question from Aditya, and his question is, how will you manage to bridge the gap, connect present student and alumni group? Probably some point I think you have already responded or
Yes.
you want to add something on this?
Yeah, I will add it in 4 words. It's through virtual meet and greets and more communication. There needs to be an open line of communication and active participation from both the present community and the alumni community. That is the only way to bridge the gap. I mean, that is only the stepping stone to bridge the gap.
Okay, there is another question from Dr. Komal Patil. What mechanism will you put in place to ensure that alumni voice are heard and acted upon?
Yeah, that's a good question, Dr. Komal. Thank you so much. So I think, again, it comes to communication, and it is how we make the people aware about their surroundings and what is happening. So that will be, so I think a good initiative to start with for that will be through newsletters, and it can be through meet and greets. And because we will be having an alumni association, so I think we can have a separate email group where people can post in their questions, and we can get in touch. We can discuss together and get in touch with them through an email if they want their content to remain confidential, or if they want to have an open discussion. Maybe they can just put across an idea that, okay, I think this is a good idea to talk about in the whole community, and we can plan a get together virtually or in person and then talk about it. And I think it needs to be a recurrent event. I think at least once in a month, or at least once in 2 months, so that it's more effective and more beneficial for everyone. I know there's a time crunch for everybody, but that is how we need to put it in our calendars and schedules. And that is the only way to go ahead with it, if that answers Dr. Komal's questions.
Yeah, very briefly, I think you can respond to Dr. Mansa. And the question is, when faced with challenges while running to Alumni Association, how will you make sure things run smooth?
Thank you for that question, Dr. Mansa. I think my first answer to that question will be to have an open line of communication and to be vocal about how we think. Because if we keep on having a lot of conflict amongst ourselves, it is very difficult to find an answer or to find a solution. So I think there needs to be an open line of communication. We determine what the problem is, we take baby steps and try to solve the problem. And I can I hop on to the next question?
Yeah, please go ahead and just try to be very brief. Yeah.
Okay, so Vishnu, hi Vishnu. What role should the Alumni Association play in university initiatives and decision-making processes? So thanks for that question. I think it's through sharing our experiences and perspectives, and telling the CNMS community as to how, as postdocs, as international postdocs, what kind of a life we are experiencing over here and what kind of problems we are facing and how can we bridge that gap, and sharing our experiences. And I think a good idea for this will be to have postdocs, especially who are abroad. They can write, and we can tell them to write about their experiences in these newsletters so that they can share their experiences.
Great. I think no more questions.
There are a lot of questions. I think we can just take one last question.
Yeah, please take one, and then probably we'll roll over to the next.
So Dr. Vishaka has asked about the skill development part. I think that is, again, by organizing more and more such online events, and discuss as to what skill we are focusing on first, whether it is about writing, whether it is about talking, and depending on that, we can move ahead. Arjun has asked, how can we enhance the connection between industry and masters and PhD students to better prepare them for the workforce? And that is through communication again. We have a lot of industry folks right now who are alumni, both MScs and PhDs. We can get in touch with them and get to know their perspective and ask them, how can we bridge the gap? How did you apply? What were the loopholes that you faced? How did you overcome the challenges? I think that is a way to go forward with it. Mr. Mohanty has asked, How would you promote our new graduates from MSc in the worldwide platform to join big universities? So first of all, the MSc students should have a knack to move ahead in life, and they have to first of all discuss, because when we are in masters, often we are very confused as to what we want to do next in life. So we need to have a clear picture first of all, whether we want to do a PhD, whether we want to go to an industry, whether we want to take a year off, and depending on that we can move ahead and talk more about it. There can be more counseling.
Yeah, Divya.
Oh, the questions are just keeping on coming.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can take this.
Like if it is more connected to the alumni association rather than general, your experience, obviously you have so much of experience to share, which probably you will do once you're elected. So let's like briefly keep it to the alumni, anything related to the activity of the alumni, something that you
Or we can ask him to reply in the chat box.
Yeah, probably that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
so it's just Abhinav's question as to how someone can reach the alumni association. It is through having an active line of communication, either through email, or we can have a Slack group or a WhatsApp group, whatever is more comfortable for all of us.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Divya.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So let's go to the next candidate. She obviously Dr. Kusuma Jagdish, like most of you are quite familiar with her. She is trying for the post of secretary. So there she is. Kusuma, please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes.
A very good afternoon or good evening, whatever it is, like wherever you are. So I'm very happy to be here and to be connected with, I think there are almost some 200 participants, like online and offline. So I'm very happy to see all these faces, like after a long time of like 4 to 5 years, I think. So thank you for the Alumni Association to organize this event. So I'm very happy to be here. So like to see like where we started. So to give a brief intro, currently like I'm working as an IOE postdoctoral fellow at Indian Institute of Science in Department of Materials Engineering since 22 November. So before that, as a part of PhD student in CNMS, it was quite different when we joined. I think now CNMS is on a very different level. I could say that clearly. I think that's because of the great faculty and the students, and it is actually providing a great platform for the people who want to pursue a research-oriented studies. Actually, I think in Bangalore, apart from IIC, I think CNMS is on a level to reach that. So I'm happy to be part of this alumni. And coming back to the business today, I stand before you as a proud alumni of CNMS and a strong candidate for the position of secretary of our alumni association. So as the secretary of the alumni association, I would like to meaningfully contribute to the professional improvements and overall engagement of CNMS alumni and current members, like fostering a vibrant and supportive community. So I personally think there are certain things we need to work together if we are in an alumni association. So the major thing is that when a PhD student graduates, he has only two options, because you can just think of two options, that either you get into academia or into industry. So the main thing that comes is that we don't think of any other opportunities, but rather we just think how we can explore academic options or industry opportunities. So I think it's crucial we strengthen our connection between the industry and academia. So how do we do that? So to my experience with the IIC, like I've been able to organize few such events, like as a main coordinator. So I think we need to organize like regular networking events, like where alumni of the opportunity to connect with industry leaders and professionals, like either in person or virtual webinars and meet and greets, or have some industry kind of panel discussions. So I think this industry panel discussion is a great platform where you can actually get to know a lot of things from the industry people. So most of us, when we get out of PhD, we don't even know how to get into industry. So it is quite difficult. And a PhD is not preferred over a BTech because BTechs can be molded in many other ways. Uh, so we have to strengthen this kind of industry opportunities. So I personally think uh, the faculties at CNMS should encourage conducting such events very often. So in PhD, it is the only time where we get to network a lot. So I think organizing such networking events will bring the alumni together so they can have some kind of interaction. So build up your network. And if there are any job openings, we can put forward our CVs in front of like the HR department or something. So it is very necessary to strengthen these kind of industry opportunities. Secondly, academic opportunities. So I'm in the transition stage of landing into a permanent position. So I currently see that after postdoc, like you have too many years of postdoc, that is also bad. You need to have a kind of a balanced postdoc to have a good opportunities, because if you want to be in a very good institutes, there is an age limit. So you need to compete with so many people. So I think in all these sections, networking actually plays a major role, I would say that. So apart from the partnering with leading companies, we need to connect to the academic like community also. Like we have great people working in a very high level. So we need to connect our alumni, the current or the past or the future, whatever, everyone to have a interaction with those kind of academic people, like by arranging seminars or workshops that is featuring the prominent researchers and academics. And this can help alumni stay updated with the latest developments, and it also provide opportunities for continuous learning. So this also actually facilitates like connections between alumni and current faculty. So that can also involve in contributing for their papers and writing grants together and also doing research projects together. So I think that is one main thing I would like to concentrate. And secondly, like most of the PhDs fail to sell themselves. So what I would like to say is that like as a marketing specialist, if we stand and a PhD students are more better than a marketing student. So we don't know how to sell ourselves. So I think we need to conduct some workshops on essential professional skills, like how to manage the teams, project management, to do effective communications, and some kind of leadership skills. So these things are also quite important, which should be tailored to different career stages and also industry. So these kind of events should also be done. And so, like, since now the alumni are in different parts of the country, so we need to create a job board for the alumni where they can find job postings like internships and career opportunities. So this can offer, like, alumni can help the juniors to review their resume, like help them out how to prepare for the interview and help them out for the career counseling. So these are the different things which I think needs to be done. And these things need to be communicated regularly to the alumni through newsletters, and encourage sharing of resources, job leads, and advice. So,
Yeah,
like,
can you hear? Yeah, I think
yes,
like
sir.
probably we can take some questions also, so that it's more not monotonous. Like,
Sure.
is there like a couple of questions that you want to put to Dr. Kusuma? Yeah, I think there is something coming up on the screen.
Okay. How do you manage your time and prioritize? I think it's all the priorities. So I think we need to prioritize our work. So if I'm taking on any responsibility, I need to think, I need to reserve some time to manage things and have your way to travel through to connect to the different, like to different things.
So Kusuma, while you are answering, you read the question because here audience can hear also.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just like read the question.
So the question was, how do you manage your time and prioritize tasks, especially when dealing with multiple responsibilities? Yes. So obviously we like PhDs are known to do multiple multitasking. So I think I'm quite okay to manage because right now I have been part of many organizing committee and at IISc, leading some international conferences. I do connect with the researchers outside. I just talk to them. So I just prioritize my work along and I keep a dedicated time for it so that I can manage all my things in balance. So yeah.
Yeah, I think probably we can go to the next candidate. Thank you.
You did something like this. Yeah, so anyone?
Okay, thank you, Kusuma. So let's hear from our next candidate, Dr. Sachin Se. So he is competing for the post of treasurer, the very valuable post. So I hope like you scrutinize him right away rather than later. Right? Yeah, go ahead, Sachin.
So yeah, it's just a minute before you start. There is a small announcement that buses are ready to go to the sprint tour. So all the alumni who want to attend that program there, and some of the faculties who are selected for that, so they can just go to that. And alumni, if they want to sit here, don't go. If you want to enjoy here, continue with that. But definitely faculties and some of already there. Some of alumni are there, so they will meet you there. Yeah, over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, yeah, respected professors, esteemed alumni, dear colleagues, and my fellow candidates. My name is Dr. Sachin M. Sheth, an alumnus of MSc batch 2016 to 18 and PhD batch 2018 to 2023. Today, I am honored to stand before you as a candidate for the treasurer position in our newly formed CNMS-Alumni Association. So, I believe like as CNMS alumni, we have a wealth of knowledge, resources, and networks that when pooled together, we can create extraordinary opportunities to all the alumni community. To harness this potential, we need a solid financial foundation, meticulous planning, and also transparent management. So I understand that handling finances requires more than just technical skills. It requires integrity, diligence, and genuine commitment to the collective good. Throughout my career, I have demonstrated these qualities and I have always approached my responsibilities with the highest level of professionalism. So, and also I have been an active member of alumni associations of my high school as well as university associations. And the experiences from there can definitely help me in giving valuable inputs and making good decisions in best interest of our CNMS alumni associations. And in conclusion, as I will be dealing with the one of the most important tasks, that is the maintenance of finance and funding as a treasurer. So I'm not just asking for your vote, I'm also asking for your trust. A trust that will manage our funds with the utmost care and responsibility. Trust that I will work tirelessly to ensure that our association is financially strong and able to support the initiatives that matter most to us, and the trust that I will be a treasurer who listens to all, who is transparent, and who is dedicated to the success of our alumni community. I'm really excited to work with other board members and advisory committee members. Let us build a strong alumni association together. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. Now the questions for the treasurer. The first question comes from Dr. Arvind.
Yes.
Mike. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Sachin. And I hope that the candidature, whatever you are supposed to get it, treasure here. I personally feel that you are worth. Okay, I don't know about others. Yeah. So my first question is that what is the policy? How you want to build the worth or whatever the economy for the alumina, and successively how you want to utilize it for the center or for the students, or maybe alumina students, or maybe some needy students ongoing, or maybe current students or alumina students, or suppose like some alumina are facing some problem while searching jobs, or maybe while searching some postdocs. You need to keep some points, right, for them. So I believe that you make some fixed point, or maybe you make some fixed like concrete rules for that one. One suggestion from my side, but of course, what policies you have, you can explain us.
Policies like to raise funds in the initiative. So the things which I have in mind are like things I have in my mind. First thing is that as all alumni know that when they fill the form for convocation application, the university takes like fund for as alumni association fund. So I believe that university is going to help monetarily to our CNMS association from that amount also. And secondly, slightly I'm going outside the topic, but if permitted, I would like to share a short story.
Sure.
Like I mentioned in talk also, like for the needy students. So I along with my so fortunately one of our seniors, Mr. Tuhi, was also a alumni of this association, met with an accident. So like 1.5 years before. So what we did, like we tried to raise fund for them. So we have collected like almost 3 lakh rupees, and I'm happy to tell that approximately 1.5 lakh rupees was received from CNMS-Alumni Meet. So I believe that if we approach our alumni with the proper planning, to conduct some programs in future or to help needy people also. So I believe that the CNMS-Alumni is kind enough to support the association in all the ways. Yes. With their support, we are going to.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
yeah, Sachin, there is questions online, so you can just like see it on the screen and. I'll also announce in between that as soon as Sachin's interaction is over, the voting lines will be open, and you will be able to vote on Zoom and also in the Google Forms, right? Only the president is in the Google form. Yeah, for the president to vote for the president, you have to go to the Google form, and then the other 2 candidates you can put your opinions on Zoom, correct? Zoom, they can vote for everyone. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for the president, please do vote on the Google form. Why are interested in the treasure position not? Most of them approach me like, why are you not listening for president position? So the answer is itself like why I choose to manage for president. So still I mean I'm still a part of CNMS family. But more than
candidate as a position. So I think that I should president first. That's one thing. But definitely in future, like, and why better stay connected with CNMS. So about should part of the association. So after like Arisa mentioned, like most of them believe that I am really good in maintaining the records. Mainly my guy always used to tell that I'm really good in this. Like that. So it motivated me somehow. So just I wanted to be a part of this alumni association and to give my valuable inputs. So that's why I used that is for the legend.
Yeah, I think the voting lines are open, so you can cast your vote. Yeah, all members, all alumni members, and okay, so all alumni and faculties can vote. So the voting lines, I think the links will be sent to, yeah, everywhere. It is sent to everyone, so you will be able to cast your votes. So we will continue with the program, and by the time like the program is over, like the tallying of the votes.
Yeah, actually buses are ready. So who are the alumni? Like treasurer and all, you people can just continue with that. Buses are waiting for that. So you can just go to the sprint tour. Okay, so yeah, some of the scholars and so you can vote from there also. Don't worry. So you can go there. So university want to contact you one by one, maybe not sure. So all those alumni are there. They can just go for the sprint tour.
All alumni.
You have to just be careful. Your Parjati. Where people are going? Yes, you got a chance to go away. Okay, sir. please.
Yeah, so like people online, if you are just confused with what's going on, there is another program that's going on in the Spring Tour auditorium. Where
Wait, Rahul,
all
Rahul,
JAIN alumni
Rahul.
participate.
Suggest.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
In
Yeah,
Spring
please go
Tour, current students are not allowed to sit even.
Suggest sir, Manohar here. Actually, the
Yes.
group we have sent is not accessible to everyone, and many of us were not able to vote, and now it's telling we are not able to vote anymore. Can you please fix that?
Okay,
Yeah.
Manohar. Okay.
So the voting
I do
lines are
that.
open until the whole event is over. So you need not worry. It's just like put it in the chat if anybody is having any question. Put it in the chat. If it is a very technical issue, like people are on it, and they will work it out. So please wait if you are having trouble.
Yeah. So continue.
So we'll continue with the program. So now we have something that we wanted to call alumni roll call. So the idea is that we will introduce all the alumni, and as you know, like we are quite young in terms of everyone who is here, like you can come forward. Like all the students who are sitting in the back, you can come forward so that it's easy for the camera to pick you all up. Right? I know we will have, this is more of an informal meeting that we are having here. So you guys can participate and then have a little bit of fun too. Okay, so the roll call. So we will first go through the MSc roles. And so what we will do, you can see our first batch here, the 2014-16 batch. And I would love to call out the names, but then obviously we don't have the names for the PhD scholars. So what we will do is we will have them there for a few minutes. People can just like recollect their batchmates, and then we will have like a representative from the batch who will give us a brief introduction about their time here, so they can tell us something about how it was for the batch when they were here. So from the 2014-16 batch, we have Tripti Devaya, and she actually continued after the CNMS. Her stint in the CMS, she went over to the SENS and then worked with Dr. Pralay, and she's now a postdoctoral researcher in Uppsala University. So Dr. Tripti, can you please come online and have a quick word about your time here? Not Jyoti, Tripti.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Tripti. Everybody, everybody can see you. Yeah. So please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's truly an honor to be here today, sharing my experience as an alumnus of CNMS. As Sajju sir said, I am the alumnus of MSc batch 2014-16. And I'm really excited about this alumni meet. It's a fantastic opportunity to stay connected, and I'm eager to contribute in any way I can. Looking back, my years at CNMS were filled with both academic rigor and incredible opportunities for personal growth. The atmosphere was incredibly stimulating, and we were encouraged to take up research from the first year of our master's, which ignited the scientific curiosity there. And it also provided the right platform. The professors here were also mentors who pushed us to think critically and challenge ourselves. Also, the diverse student body and collaborative environment fostered a sense of community and belonging, which I still value deeply today. I'm now a postdoc at Uppsala University. Getting to this point wasn't easy, but the skills and knowledge I've gained at CNMS were instrumental, I would say, in my research journey. I thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and I'm grateful for the time I spent at CNMS and the impact it had on my life. I look forward to reconnecting with you all and contributing to the success of this Alumni Association. Thank you.
I think now we can go on to the 2015-17 batch. And for the 2015-17 batch, we have Ravindra M. Hegde. So he is a representative who is going to share his experience. So he was a former principal of high school and pre-university college, ICRA Educational Trust, CIRSI. He's also a career guidance trainer and motivational speaker. So quite a lot of things that he has done after leaving us. So let's hear from Ravindra. Ravindra.
Yes, sir. Hello. So
Please
can
go
you
ahead.
hear me?
Yeah, we can. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ravindra Hegde. I was a student at CNMS in the batch of 2015 to 17. And it was a very great experience at CNMS. If I want to share those experiences or my memories with all the alumni friends or the juniors or seniors or with the faculties, with everybody, I was very happy with the what I have gained, the knowledge from the professors, my friends, as well as PhD students also. So it was compared to other colleges or compared to other university. What special the feature of CNMS is we are getting what you can say hand-on experience in all the aspects, whether it may be in the field of research work or it may be in through the seminars work or with guidance or discussing with the mentors, with everybody. So by that experience, I gained more practical knowledge. The very important aspect that I've learned at CNMS is the practical aspect. So that motivated to think in a different way. So once I was not able to continue with my PhD after my MSc because of some reasons, but later I entered into the academics and into the teaching field. So within 2-3 years, I started my own startup like coaching center or the guidance center in my native. So more than thousands students I have gave the guidance and for the medical entrance exam, engineering entrance exam, for all the competitive exam, most of the competitive exams I have trained. So that was motivated by the professors which are there in CNMS, and it was a great experience that I had at CNMS. So later I become the principal of ICRA Education Trust CIRSI, and now later on I have been writing the competitive exams in my during my those days. So I was able to crack the competitive exams like teaching exams especially. So I have qualified 3 times, teachers exam 3 times, and later I appeared for the graduate teacher exam also in Karnataka. So I cracked that exam and I become the government employee now, and I'm working as an assistant teacher and a zonal resource person at the in the government school called Kodsara here. It's my native, and I was the resource. I'm a resource person, and I've been explaining the things to students in a very practical way, especially with the chemistry practicals and science experiments. Since I'm an academician, and that this CNMS research experience gave me a lot of good strength or great knowledge to explain my knowledge to students. So I'm happy with this experience at CNMS, and I'm very thankful for organizing this alumni meeting, especially to all the faculties and my friends or the juniors, seniors, whoever it may be. So I'm very thankful to them, and I'm very happy for gaining some position in my life, and I'm very thankful for that. So I'm also thankful to my guides, my senior PhD students or my friends they have gave guidance and motivation throughout my studies, and now I am doing the same thing to my students here, and more than thousands of students I have trained. I am giving even the several motivation talks and speeches here in my area, and I'm very happy with that, and that CNMS was the base for that. So by this I want to conclude this, and thank you for this opportunity. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravindra. So the next batch is 2016-2018 batch. And obviously this is one of the special batches for me because this is the time when I started taking classes and bore people to death. So this is the first batch who had to suffer. So for them, my one of my victims, Vishnu, is going to give a brief like talk about his experience, his time here, and obviously his batchmates. So he finished his PhD, graduated from University of Quebec in Canada, and now is a postdoctoral fellow in Gothenburg, Sweden. So Vishnu, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Friends, faculty, and fellow alumni. It's an honor and pleasure to be here today at this alumni meet. For people who don't know me, I'm Vishnu Gopalakrishnan, and I'm currently a postdoctoral researcher in University of Gothenburg, Sweden. And with immense pride and gratitude, I would be happy to reflect on my journey and the impact CNMS has had on my life. So the time I had at CNMS was very transformative and with memories and moments of discovery, challenge, and growth. And I vividly remember the hours we spent in lab, and there used to be late night experiments, and it used to be always a fun there. And I had very good stimulating discussions with professors and peers, and this relentless pursuit of knowledge and collaborative spirit that permeated every corner of CNMS made it a truly unique place. And one of the most pivotal moments in my journey was when I was informed about the open PhD position at Laval University. And with the guidance and support, I was able to navigate through the application process and then eventually get the position there. And this was only possible with all the faculties and guidance from the seniors. And not just my career, I know my friends and my colleagues, they are also doing a bit they're also having a very good time in the career. I know many of them are still pushing the boundaries of research in academia and industry, and I know few has started their own companies, and many are inspiring the next generation as educators and also ambitiously preparing for competitive exams. So it's not just only with research or only with academia CNMS has pushed us, but in an overall journey, everyone has grown in a personal as well as emotional level as matured people taking responsibilities in the society. So at this moment, I'm especially thrilled about the formation of the CNMS-Alumni Association. And I hope this initiative is a testament to the enduring bonding we share and the collective strength of our network. So thanks for this opportunity to share my thoughts, and I wish continued success and unity to the CNMS family. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. So let's go to the 2017-19 batch, a rather small batch that we had. And we have our Manjunath. Manjunath is here. So somebody can you please take the mic over? Oh, okay. Manjunath is going to talk directly from here.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be part of Grand Reunion Alumni 2024 in the journey of our CNMS JAIN University. I am Manjunatha Kayan from Chalakara, Chitradurga district. I have completed my master's in general chemistry in 2019 CNMS JAIN University. Right from its inception 2014, CNMS has remained focused on delivering highest quality of education to lead in the way of technology, research, and innovation. Each and every corner of CNMS, we have created a lot of memorable moments in CNMS. So I'm very thankful to my parents, professors, and esteemed university in molding my career from research associate student to as an assistant manager in manufacturing company Fibro Lunke Private Limited. During my masters, I was also a part of DST project. I have completed one. I have published one paper in the name of synthesis of azoxybenzene under the guidance of Dr. Ramesh B. Datis sir. During my masters, I gave poster presentation in international conference held at JAIN University in CNMS 2019. CNMS helped to shape my career in Fibro Lunke Private Limited from 2019 as a quality control officer to 2022 production officer, and now in 2023 senior production officer to assistant manager in manufacturing Fibro Lunke Private Limited. Over the period of 2 years, CNMS are the best years concerning learning, experience, and gaining exposure to all fields relevant to my discipline, all due to my faculty members. Finally, I would like to say thank CNMS for giving this opportunity to share my experience on this special occasion day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manjunath. Let's now have a look at the 2018-2020 batch. Sure. 2018-2020. Yeah. So for the representative for 2018-2020 would be Akshata Nariga. So Mrs. Akshata, please go ahead.
Yes. All of you, hello. All of you connecting from different parts of the world. So just to give an introduction, I belong to the 2018-2020 batch of CNMS, and you see me in this attire because I just came back from my work. So yeah, as every other master student, I was clueless as to what to do when all of my MSc started. But we had good professors and good guidance in place. So it helped me to focus, and it definitely built my research skills. And we had a designated lab where we had to conduct research and got a good exposure in terms of careers and research. And also it helped me in building a lot of skills, could be communication skills, analytical skills, critical thinking skills, that help me in my daily life as well as in my job. So that was my journey with CNMS. In going ahead, I finished my B.Ed from Christ University, and in the last year we had to do an internship. So I interned at Christ Junior College in the same campus. So that got converted into a full-time employment. So throughout my B.Ed, I was very sure that I wanted a well-paying teaching job. So and I was focused on it. So and coming to CNMS Alumni Association, I was very glad that there was a platform to share our insights and learning, and and to gather more and more knowledge. So I would also be an active member of the Alumni Association, be it in terms of my inputs or sharing my insights, and also a lot of learning. So thank you, CNMS, for providing this opportunity. It was a great honor to be a part of this. And to share my experience with CNMS. Thank you, and I would like to end my talk with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshita. So let's go to the 2019-21 batch. Oh, look at that. So the speaker for them would be Mrs. Srilakshmi P, who's a Quality Assurance Executive at Biocon Biologics Limited, Bangalore. So Srilakshmi.
Srilakshmi, you're not audible.
Is she online?
She is.
Hello,
She's
am I
muted.
audible now?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good evening. It feels incredible to be here with the CNMS team. This brings back the wave of wonderful memories just flashing through my mind. So, we were the 2019-21 batch, the Corona batch, you can say. We were physically there in CNMS, I think for 10 months maybe. But still, the moments we shared together, some funny, some challenging, but all of them were truly a treasure. Remember those late night study sessions or lab hours and returning to the hostel for having a fun, tired night. Even though the half of our classes and practicals were hindered due to the corona outbreak, still all of us could complete our project and other practicals on time. And moreover, we could learn from it. So it is only possible because of the support and guidance we received from our professors and PhD guides. So these weren't just moments, they were the foundation blocks of who we are today. This wasn't just a place of lectures and exams, I feel. It was a crucible where we were shaped by the most incredible professors, supporting staff, and of course, our guides and seniors. So when I come to my present life, I work at Biocon Biologics, Bangalore, as a quality assurance executive, and it's been 2.5 years here. So I would like to conclude my words by saying that I'm very proud to be again a part of such a wonderful group of people. This is a chance to reconnect with old friends, network with fellow alumni, and give back to the place that shaped us. So thank you, the Alumni Association, for giving me this opportunity. I feel honored, and let's make this association truly awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Srilakshmi. So the 2020-2022 batch. Yeah, so yeah, the member from that batch, Ilovarasan, is here. So he's now a research assistant in CNMS. So yeah, he's coming up to the stage. So he will join us.
Okay. So first of all, good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to talk about my experience at CNMS and how happy I am up for this alumni association, which is being started here. This CNMS has been continuously creating environments and opportunities for me to learn and grow, and among them, it has not even ceased its opportunity giving platform even after I've completed my MSc, because this is my first time giving a speech on a mic after like 8 years. Like last was in my school, right? So we started with COVID batch, right? Our first few sessions were in online, and one particular professor's lecture which I was so intrigued was our analytical chemistry professor. And when the offline mode started, I was actually excited about his class. A tall professor entered our classroom, okay? And he was none other than Dr. Sajesh, right? And he gave his first lecture. And after his first lecture, I looked at another tall friend of mine who I never know he's going to get attached to me till the rest of my life. And I looked at him and I asked, no, I didn't ask, I just looked at him. And we both were asking the same question, each of us. How was the lecture? And he was writing something, whether I don't know he understood or not. but he was writing something, right? And we were both dazzled by his lecture, right? It was wonderful. And here I would like to quote one of the quotes of Dr. Venki Ramakrishnan. I think it's important for young people to give the opportunity of the freedom and explore in science. It's a quote by one of my inspiration person. And CNMS has been providing that opportunity for me. It is one reason I'm being back at CNMS. It is its nature for giving opportunity for young minds. It never said that you have just passed masters, but it give opportunity for me to explore in my area of interest. And it would be not fair if I didn't mention my guide's name, Dr. Srinivasa Bodagampi. And it's not a surprise that he's not here yet, right? It will be very difficult to find him, right? And it's not a surprise he's not here, right? And then I would have said it even he was there, right? And so I think this is my first talk, so I made it kind of formal and informal, right? And so other thing I would like to highlight with this CNMS is the accessibility of the professors, right? You can literally go and disturb any professor at any of his cabin in his private, when he's in his own session. He will sit with you and he will discuss whatever you want, your doubts. He will try to give his inputs and his knowledge, and you would no professor here would hesitate to share their knowledge with you. So that is something which I would like to mention here, right? And this CNMS has provided me the platform to change from a person who had no clue about research to a person to search for clues in research. So that is how the CNMS has made me, right? And with respect to this alumni association, I'm really thrilled. This is not just an initiative for alumni to reconnect and revisit their memories. Rather, it's a place for us to connect and grow and network. So I feel networking is one of the most important asset for any people at any stream, and especially in science, right? Expecting to network with all the selected members, right? And thank you for the opportunity to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilavarasan. I hope you haven't mistaken me for someone else. So let's go to batch 21-23. Yeah, so the 21-23 batch is here. And do we have Hemant here? Hemant is here? Yeah, Hemant is here. So Hemant is coming to join. So he is a JRF in CNMS once again. So Hemant, come.
Greetings to everyone. I am Hemant, a postgraduate. Now I'm here to stand before you as the representative of our MSc batch 2021 to 23. Now I'm here to share all about experiences, how we enjoyed like in MSc journey. Like in the beginning, I was in the dilemma of taking MSc chemistry and ensure a career in chemistry, but all my doubts were cleared when I joined in CNMS and when we exposed to the research orientation program. Then, like as I was interested in organic chemistry, I did my research project under the guidance of Dr. Ramesh B. Datir. Like during that time, the most important things that I had learned was how the fundamentals of the research will help to the society and how the research is going on and how to collaborate with the lab mates and hands-on experience in instrumentation. Then like depth of the stress and the importance of the deadlines. And the major one is the like nightmares of PCL activities. And also I would like to thanks to the Dr. Ramesh B. Datir and the lab mates of the Catalysis and Organic Synthesis Lab for their support, motivation, and the mentorship for successfully completing my project work. Then also we enjoyed a lot of moments during our MSc journey, like playing cricket with the faculties and dancing in rooms, no, without faculty. Only students. Then doing prank calls to the students like those are also with all these and also like sleepless nights, that is not for studying, like that is for watching IPL matches. Also these all events inspired me to ensure my career in academia. Currently now I am working as the JRF under the supervision of Professor Siddhappa Patel. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to join your lab. And also currently like in our MSc class, all members are currently doing jobs in the respected companies and some institutes. This is very good. And also finally, I would like to thanks to the director and all the faculty members of the CNMS for taking the initiative and arranging the alumni meet. Because of this, where we all can reconnect and remember our memories and thank you. Sorry guys, I forgot to tell about my best friend. Like he is not the best friend to me. He is the best friend to everyone in the class. He is none other than Pawan K. Like he used to clarify all our doubts. Even when if you go to his room, even when it is night also, he used to clarify all our doubts. Thank you to the Pawan. Thank you, sir.
Now that's what I call remembering your time, right? I think we have only one more batch left, 2022-24. Yeah, and for them, Ms. Bhumika will talk. Ms. Bhumika. Ms. Bhumika is online? Yeah, Bhumika, please go ahead.
You are not audible.
Bhumika, your sound, I think she's already unmuted, right? Sound is not coming.
Hello. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon to everyone. Today I am going to share some of the experience, what all we have done in our masters. Actually, our RO work professor was Dr. Sajesh P only. Like coming to the MSc, in MSc, everyone motivated us. But on the top of that, first I want to tell about some things about Amit sir. Whenever he used to take the class, like his class was very motivating, and everyone came to the platform. They talked, they told about. He was taking the class of EPR spectroscopy, where he made even each and every single students to come up on the stage to share the experiment and what all they have learned in that class. Like we have enjoyed the classes of every professor. Still we remember the BMN sir's thermodynamics, the C sir's organic, and when I was in the RO class, we kept one reaction. Still I remember that skiff base. It was not coming only. Every time I would go near suggestor and tell, sir, the reaction is not coming. It is not working like that. But sir would every time would tell me that, Bhumika, I don't want the students who will come and tell me that is not coming. Instead, they have to find that what is going on, and you have to, like suggestor was everyone know how much talented he, but we were not that much talented to catch every minute that words and all. But we still enjoy the JAIN memories, etc. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak few words in front of you. Thank you very much.
So you have met almost all of the alumni, the MSc alumni. Now we will go to the PhD alumni. I hope like we have a slide of our PhD alumni. As you can see, we have quite a lot of illustrious alumni in our PhD batch also. And going through them. So now we have like a couple of representatives from our alumni. So the first person would be Vishaka. Now, Vishaka is a nominee for District Advisory Committee on Youth Program, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports Government of India. And she is a head of standards Rubber Chemical and Petrochemical Skills Development Council. So she go ahead, Vishaka. Vishaka, you are not audible.
Hello and hi everyone. Hope I am audible.
You are. Please go ahead.
Yes. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. It's an honor to speak at the first CNMS-Alumni Meet virtually. Reflecting on my journey, I feel immense gratitude for the experience and the guidance that have shaped my path. During my MSc, I learned that chemistry is more than just reactions and equations. It's about understanding the world at the molecular level. As a member of the first MSc chemistry batch, I had the privilege of learning from exceptional professors like Professor Geeta ma'am, Amit Kumar sir, Srinivas sir, Siddhappa Patil sir, Natraj sir, Nagraj sir, Mahesh sir, Ahipa sir, Manav Saxena sir. Each left a profound impact on my academic journey. Their passion for chemistry and dedication instilled in me a deep love for the subject. Albert Einstein once said, education is not the journey of facts, but the training of mind to think. These professors embodied this philosophy, encouraging us to think creatively and explore beyond the textbooks. Continuing my journey into a PhD under the esteemed guidance of our favorite professor, Geeta ma'am, was very transformative. I faced numerous obstacles, long hours in the lab, failed experiments, and the pressure to publish sometimes felt overwhelming. But as Thomas Edison rightly and famously said, I have not failed, but I have just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. This mindset kept me motivating, reminding me that every setback was a stepping stone towards success. One of the most rewarding aspects of my PhD was the sense of discovery, the moments when an experiment finally worked, when an hypothesis was proven right, and ultimately when the article was published. But those moments made all the struggles worthwhile. Geeta ma'am's mentorship was instrumental in molding my professional, personal, and even my political perspectives today. She taught me the importance of resilience and the values of perseverance. To the newcomers embracing on their own journeys, I offer this advice: stay curious and embrace every challenge. The world of chemistry is vast and full of possibilities and opportunities. As Carl Sagan said, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. Your time here will be full of ups and downs, but every experience will contribute to your growth. Remember, the support and the knowledge from your mentors will be your greatest asset. Let their wisdom guide you just as it did to me. The foundation you build here will carry you forward in ways you can't yet imagine. Thank you for this opportunity to share my story. Let's continue to inspire and support each other on our scientific endeavors. Thank you all. Have a great time.
Thank you, Manaja. Now we have, oh, sorry, Vishaka, thank you so much. So I'll call Manasa Kongo. And actually, she is multi-talented. It seems like she's a chess coach too, but she's an assistant professor in Department of Science and Humanities, Manipal Institute of Technology. So Manasa, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
You are.
Okay, thank you so much, Sajesh sir, for that introduction. Very good evening to all, and my greetings to all the beloved professors seated over there. It's a very emotional moment to me today to see this alumni association coming together and we are electing our first alumni association office bearers. So it's finally happening. So I've been told to speak in brief about my experience in CNMS and my journey and what do I feel about the association. I'll try to keep it brief, although I wish I could express more today. So my experience in CNMS was for a total span of about 7 years. And those precious 7 years transformed me from, no clue, very introvert individual to a very confident and strong-headed individual. From having very limited friends to having so many batchmates, seniors and juniors as friends and acquaintances has changed my life for good, for sure. PhD was definitely a roller coaster journey, I can say, but that journey was made exciting and adventurous and fulfilling just because of the pleasant working atmosphere and supportive people which I had around those days in CNMS. The main takeaways for me from CNMS, I can say, was how to independently handle situations, may it be professional or personal situations, and how to be, persistent in life. And this is something which has majorly helped me for my personal growth as well as career growth. Like when I finished PhD, I came face to face with the reality of today's job market. So yeah, it was not very easy for me. Post PhD, I persisted a lot, worked in industry R&D position, but my inner passion was teaching. So I further kept applying, got faced many rejections, I can say. And one of the last job application was to my current university, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. It was a very simple process of online application, and after a few months of application, I received a call for a technical interview, and after around 2 rounds of interview, I finally got my selection call. Then suddenly I felt like, everything fell into place. What are the lessons learned? If you ask me, passion, perseverance, and persistence. So if these 3 P's are followed, you will be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life, no matter how many times you fail. So yes, I can't thank enough of my guide, Dr. Amit Kumar, our director, Dr. Geeta Balakrishna ma'am, all faculty mentors, my PhD batchmates, and my friends of CNMS who have helped me to groom my skills and personality to come to, for me to come to this position. And now we have our alumni association coming to its final shape, and I cannot be more happier today. All of us are in different parts of the world, pursuing different career paths, but yet the bond is strong and it will go on for life for sure. And I have attachment with many of my batchmates, seniors and juniors, all of whom are following their dreams. But we are all bonded through a strong string, only and only because of CNMS. I'm in touch with a few of them, but of course lost touch with many because of our busy life schedules. But now we have our alumni association, which is like I can say, icing on the cake. I'm so much delighted to witness the formation of our fully functional alumni association today. And this association will definitely serve as a platform for all of us to stay connected, even bridge old and new connections and promote our alma mater at a very global level. And I'm sure each one of us will be benefited in one or the other way through this alumni association. And I personally will try my best to contribute my bit for the progress of this association. And I will also support all the elected office bearers with all the support I can for the smooth running of this association. Before I close, Manav sir rightly has stated in his mails, in the alumni mails many times, that we cannot spell success without you. And I think he's very much right in this. We must all come together as one family and involve in the association activities as much as we can, so that every alumnus and every student of CNMS is benefited and supported for their career paths, as well as in their personal lives. And I have witnessed CNMS grow from a very small seedling, like a very small research center, to a prosperous, fully fledged research institute in a very short span. And I hope this stays true when it comes to our alumni association as well, and our association also let it grow to heights in the same way in the days to come. I think I'll close with these lines. My best wishes to the first set of office bearers of the Alumni Association, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Manasa. I think all of you should also know that she is part of the editorial board who had been trying so hard to put the newsletter together. And obviously, you will see her writing in the newsletters in future too. Thank you, Manasa, once again.
Thank you, sir.
So we have Dr. Manohara Halanur coming up next. So he's a postdoctoral fellow in the Water Tech Laboratory School of Mechanical Engineering in Tel Aviv University. So Manohar, go ahead, please.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
You are.
Yeah. Hi all. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Personally, I'm very much excited about this alumni association. I'm really hoping to see you all very frequently than what we used to do. So first of all, I'm here, I was asked to share my experience in CNMS. The time is not enough. See, I've been there as a master student. I was there as a PhD student. I spent almost 6 years in CNMS, and I have lots of memories to share with you all. But I will be highlighting some of the memories, and I'll be sharing some of my experience, so that if it can help you guys in future. So as I was seeing juniors talking about their experience, like MSc students sharing their experience, how fun it was, how entertaining, and how the learning experience for them. Yeah, they were quite true. And also we had a amazing life as a master students. So moreover, the environment is so good, like positive. Like most of our almost if I'm not wrong, almost all my batchmates are well placed in one or other positions, and more than 50% of the students chose research. Definitely the credit goes to CNMS. So we were there, and the RO program, research orientation program, it's so helpful that even I remember people, when in the initial days we were asked like what are our future goal. Most of us were like, we will go industry, we will go some other streams, but we ended up like more than 50% of our batchmates ended up in research. That's how how positive the environment is. We really cherished our time there. We loved it, and most importantly, the faculty there is amazing. Not just my guides. I am very much we are very thankful to my guides, like Dr. Dibendu Mundal sir and Dr. Natras sir. Not just them, and also the faculty there. They're always open to give us suggestions. I remember the department seminar. We used to hate it that time, but now I know how much it is helpful, because we had so much experience. Now I'm okay. Like I can go to anywhere and I can present. Like even in a few minutes, I can be prepared for the presentation. And they were asking so many questions. Now I know how we should be ready to present our work. And also after the presentation, when I talk to my colleagues here, like I'm in Tel Aviv University, Israel, and I've been interacting with many international students here. They will tell like they are not all of the students. They are not they are not explored. They were not explored to many other like techniques or skills, but we were fortunate enough to have such skills and exposure to many other things, not just research. So when it comes to faculty support in the department, if you are, doesn't matter if we are their students or they are our guide or not, they never think about that. If you go with them, their doors will always be open. They will share their experience. They will tell how to find an answer, or if they know the answer, they will give us the points. So they will guide us. So that's a beautiful thing in CNMS, the working culture, the collaborations, irrespective of the nobody, like they don't care like whether you are giving them authorship or not. They will always be helping. They will always give you the helping hand. That's a beautiful nature in CNMS. I hope it continues, and I hope the multidisciplinary work I recently seen progress a lot, and I see like CNMS growing much like in a very exponential growth. It's a very beautiful thing. I hope it grows even better, and I'm very excited about this alumni association. I hope we contact each other like even more frequently now onwards, and I would be happy if everybody turned on their video so that I could see their face again, but I hope that next meeting they do that. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope we will be in touch more frequently in future. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Manora. We have one more speaker, like one more PhD graduate, Mahavir Halkarni. So he is now Palestine Center for Scientific Cooperation postdoctoral fellow in Ben Gurion University in Israel again. So Mahavir, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Hello. May I audible, sir?
You are. Go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, all. I am Mahavir, Dr. Mahavir Halakar. I have finished my PhD in science in the year of 2020 pass out. So currently, I am working as a postdoctoral fellow in Ben Gurion University, Israel. So from last 1 year. I would like to share my my experience, what I have gained in the period of my PhD. So it was it was a great opportunity, and it was a fantastic platform to grow in the research community, So especially. I came for the PhD in the belief of minority, that is government fellowship from Karnataka government. So, but it is stopped. It came to up to 2 when it is stopped. But I was in the I was in the confusion. What had to drop or what had to continue. But thank God, I would like to say the very special thanks to Professor S.K. Nataraj and all the faculty members of Center for Nano and Material Science. They helped me to complete my graduation and my graduation, and they promote me to in the next step as a postdoctoral fellow. So I'm very thankful for Nano and Materials and all CNMS, and especially I thanks to my guide, Professor S.K. Nataraj and Dr. Devindu Mundil, also my seniors. So they helped me to learn how to analyze the sample, how to conduct the research. So they helped me a lot to build my career. For example, my senior. So I many things from also Dr. Ashish. So he was my senior, and Kanagraj, Dr. Kanagraj. So this is very happy to say these names in alumni meet. I'm very happy to say that. And finally, I would like to thank all the professors in Center for Nano and Material Science and all the organizer of this alumni meet. Opportunity to say some few words about is in all in many ways. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Mahavir, thank you so much. So now actually I have to thank you all because we have, I cannot believe myself, like we were like so worried that we won't be able to like fill the time, but it seems like it had been so engaging. And to tell you the truth, we are running almost an hour late. And can you believe that? I cannot believe. So from now on, you have a new host. So you are no longer bored with me. So Manav is going to take over, and he will give you like he will guide the program. So Manav, please come ahead.
Okay, thank you everyone. So being patient on your Saturday, that's the weekend day. And thank you all of you, the young minds and the alumni who are online, and they have spared their time either very early morning or it's a very late night if those who are on the end of the globe like in US and Canada. So thank you all of you. Right now, actually as we are running late, but it's very good. We are ready to being more late. So now I think we should invite Dr. Ashish. Dr. Ashish, can you listen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay. So I think it's always important for the alumni association, not only just discussing with some of current student, pass out people, faculties. No, we have to get some more information, no more new connections, whether it is a industry connections, whether it is some good research institute. So for that, we from the very first alumni meet, we have decided to interact with the industries and the committee, the faculty members, and some of the scholars, the current scholars also come with mind. So we have contacted Dr. Ashish Singh, who is a scientist in the Merck. So, and he's also in the interview panel of the Merck when you apply for them, even after MSc or PhD. So he has a lot of insights. So he will give you the insights whether how you can apply for the post and what are the mistakes. So let me introduce Dr. Ashish briefly. Dr. Ashish completed his PhD in 2017 from IIT Kanpur. So I know him from those days. It's a long days, long stories, and we share the same hostels. And I was the secretary of the hostel. Next year, he was the president of the hostel. So we have in the politics from that time. And then he joined Professor Tapas Maji Lab in JAIN CSR. And then he got a National Postdoctoral Fellowship. And during his academic research from NPDF only, he published, I think, almost 11 to 12 first author papers. It's not about like first author is very important, so I'm telling, but the paper what he published during his postdoc within India, not without going out abroad or any very well-known or editor's lab. So he published AnguChem from JAIN CSR, Nature Communication, Energy and Environmental Science, small, and a lot of other paper which has almost impact factor more than 15 or 20 in all the communication. I think almost now he covered RSC, ACS, Wiley and everything. So Ashish, all our alumni are there, current student, even some of the masters and some of scholars who just joined PhD or who are about to finish PhD. They want to listen like what are the mistake mainly candidate do when they apply for a job or in the interview. So I think you can brief them about that. Sorry, this time we have given you only 10 or 15 minutes, but just Dr. Jadhav in morning suggested we should give him more time and we can invite him like next week in person so our scholar can interact with him in person. So definitely Dr. Jadhav will contact you. And over to you, Ashish. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mano. So I'm audible. I'm audible. Can you just confirm?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, all right. So,
Yes.
okay, that's good. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. And first of all, thank you so much for having me, since it is your, kind of internal meet and alumni association meet. So it's always difficult to accommodate someone as a foreign particle. So thank you for that. And thanks, Mano, for inviting me. So I'm just quickly sharing my screen. Hopefully, yeah. Now it is visible. So I got the invitation, and then I thought that you all are great scientists and you are going through nice training, no doubt about that. I have been in the center maybe I think a year ago and interacted, I mean, some of the faculties. So I observed and I found that you guys are going through a nice excellent training with having excellent infrastructure and super faculties. If you compare your center with within the India at least, then you will find that you are much better than many of the IITs. So kudos for that, for to your faculties and you guys. So I will not go for the any technical things because I know you guys are doing very well. So I just thought of talking for 10 to 15 minutes about the insight for the industrial career development to young scientist minds. Because at the end you need job, you want to build your independent career irrespective of academia or industry. So academia, you are already exposed and very well, so I'll not go into that. Now, one thing just before going in detail, that every individuals who are in the industry, scientist or non-scientific places, they all are, sorry, I think, yeah. So they all have been gone through the academia. So essentially, they all are academician, but it may not be true other way, because all the academic people may not be coming from the industry. So keep yourself on the toe that you are still having lot of opportunity and you are at the place where you can decide where to go. Then so today I focused mainly in viewpoint of PG students, PhD, R&D scientists and postdocs in the institute at present, or they have been alumni already. So once you are approaching to any industry, especially in the chemical sector, I would recommend you that please make an effective and eye-catchy resume, not more than 3 pages. Try to compile in the 2 pages. That will be always appreciable. The reason is very simple, that once I can give an example, like once you write a full paper and you write the communication on the same, you can feel the difference and difficulties how much once you write the communication, though it is just 4 pages, but you can elaborate it up to any level in 10 pages. But once you compile it and compress it in 4 pages, then it is very difficult and it is effective as well. So same way, if you make your CV 10 pages, 12 pages, nobody actually want to go, completely your CV. Maybe after 2 pages, people will just keep it somewhere. But if it is 2 to 3 pages, people will have interest, and of course it will be difficult too. So you have to also be very precise how to compile your all the information and achievements within the 2 to 3 pages. So that is the first point where many of people make the mistakes. Okay, so for example, you have long list of publication, maybe 20, 30, whatever. You can question like it will always cover 20 pages, 2 pages or 3 pages, 20 papers. No need to give all the details. You can simply give a Google link. You can write below that total number of publication X, total H index is this, and total citation is this. That's give a very clear picture about your 2 pages or 3 pages. Followed by that, you can just briefly write rather than title and many other information which you can skip there. So that's just an example. Same way, Once you will you will make in 2 to 3 pages, then you have to choose words very carefully. And whenever you are applying, definitely you should go through first job description, which is in short called JD, and connect with that. So don't believe that you have made one resume one time and keep using for next 3 years. You may change every week if needed, depending on the job description for what you are applying. Second thing, so that is the first thing. Second thing, once you make the 2 to 3 pages resume, there the first part which you generally people write like objective or something. So there you please focus that craft and attention. So for that you can use the sentences, you can use the word. Maybe these are hardly 50 words. So again, a kind of abstract of the communication. So you have to be very precise and you have to be very careful, which will be a catalytic role for the recruiters. And you always try to grab this opportunity, how you can uh, how can you can leave some long lasting impression on the recruiters. So don't make it in hurry. The third thing, these are the 5 steps which I thought of to put here, which you can just keep in the mind before applying for any professional world in any industrial job. So first, follow job board and check them regularly. So you have a lot of naukri.com, LinkedIn, lot of platforms there. I would recommend and request you that just check them on the regular basis, based on your own interest, which area you want to explore. Second thing, whenever you find it is suitable, patiently just read maybe twice, thrice this job description and carefully. And this JD play a very important role, because I know you all are chemists. So you have some way or other, you can connect your expertise with the required position. And that is very, very important, where most of people basically lacking. So third thing, customize cover letter and even resume. So as I mentioned earlier also, don't rely that you have made once and keep using that in all the positions. And trust me, just as a recruiter person or as an interviewer, we just see once and we can figure it out. I'm sure you can also do that. You can just figure it out that the person has not paid even 2 minutes for reframing their cover letter and resume, and he is probably using this over here and again. So nobody, I mean, want or like such kind of attitude or response from the candidates. So please avoid that. Next thing, apply for the job as requested in the post. So always there will be a job description. They generally nowadays everyone clearly mentioned. So try to align with that and apply in that line. And last part, which is use your network. While seeing this, I just want to modify, rather using your network, first try to create the network. So at least in India, the culture is, once you go to even conference or attending any talks, we are very much kind of conservative, or very good friendly, I would say, where we just want to interact with our friends whom we know year and years. So try to use those platforms and opportunity to create the network. And for that, you can just talk to them for some minutes with some very nice questions or some interactive points. If you simply go and say today is Saturday, or today is 1st June, nobody will keep in mind. But if you have something which you can quote and discuss, and that person will be remembering you maybe after a year. And that's how the network makes. So focus on making the network, and definitely once you have network, you can use that network to grab these opportunities. Now, this is something which I believe that as an Indian student or the Indian person, we are very much shy. So be bold, be confident, and be curious. These 3 things are very, very important. Please keep in mind, once you are confident, and curious, most of the things is already done. And consider yourself, you are seeking for the job, not begging. You are well deserved candidate. You no need to beg to someone. You are well deserved, you are seeking, you will find here or there. And everyone, even from the recruiter point of view, people like somebody who is bold, confident and curious. And just I find a very funny but very thoughtful example. You know why the lion is the king of the jungle? Because lion is small in size, and sometimes you find a bit lazy, not very hard worker, but is still called as a king. And you can google it, you will find the answers because of its lion's attitude. So lions feel that I'm the king, and that's why it is a king. And so what I'm trying to say, confidence basically. You build up your confidence in such a way that whatever you are doing or presenting, that is the best. Don't be underconfident about your place, your work, or anything related to that. Now this next thing, which I covered already, don't be shy in asking question, but keep in mind that good questions rate your scientific value as well. So don't ask something which is uh, silly or giving a wrong impression. Just for example, I here put, like, if somebody is claiming that I'm a very passionate and very good cricket fan and I know everything about cricket, and just a person asking to Dhoni, which is just imaginary point, that prior to CSK, have you ever been the captain of any other team? Can you just think in your mind immediately what impression you will create about that person? Obviously, you will feel that, oh, he doesn't know anything. So don't create a wrong impression. Don't be shy, be bold, but ask a good question, a logical question related to your field, related to next person field, and that there's your scientific values. So with that, I will just give a very quick tips for the interview point of view. That once though you have addressed the previous slide points, I am sure that if you apply for 5 positions, at least you will get from 3 places interview call, or even more. Once you have interview call, you need to very careful that appear, be presentable and sincere. So once you are facing some interview, whether you are going to join that or not, your call perfectly fine, but don't take it very casual. Because maybe at the same organization, maybe after a year, you are applying for some bigger position, and that time recruiters may be the same, or one of the person might be the same. So they most of time, at least they remember if you are very casual or you are not behaving well. So be presentable and sincere. Second thing, even again, if you are not, you before the interview you have decided you are not going to join the organization, but still show interest and be interactive. So that shows that how much you are enthusiastic and interested for the position. The third point, that this also you will find most of the time people make the mistake that listen patiently before answering. And once you have a good listening habit, that will give extra time to framing your answer in back of the mind. Sometime you have a question is finished and you don't have answer, you are still framing it. You have just a simple word, excuse me, I didn't listen, can you repeat once? You will get another time, maybe half a minute, to frame the answer. So these are the things where you can smartly play rather than being the blank. The next point, you may not know everything. I mean, if even so, first you try to avoid giving a wrong answer. You try to be close by at least whatever has been asked. And second thing, even if you don't know anything on that, I would recommend and request, don't say directly like don't know. You can come with some some nearby answer, and you can say that I missed out, sorry, I could not recall right now. Or I'm sure that within the chemistry, at least you can connect the question. So you can answer nearby, but don't be extra smart that you are keep telling the wrong answer. If you know it is wrong, don't stress on that, but rather you can simply say, sorry, I could not recall. Don't say like, don't know. The next point, like, it is not possible everyone that you know everything, but be adaptive and try to be connective with a learning attitude. So if you don't know something, and this is the very crucial question most of time people used to ask. So if you find that somebody is asking you which you really you have not worked upon, but still you show a learning attitude, yes, I have not worked, but I have worked in XYZ, and I will be eager to learn new techniques, new things. So everyone want such candidate who has learning appetite. Next thing, I just had a thought on putting this part, where I thought, because CNMS is mostly dedicated for the material science, and again, to be frank, sometimes we are under the impression that only organic synthetic chemists having the option in the industry, and material science scientists are far behind. But honestly, that is not true. It is other way, maybe. So I just thought of putting this, that as a material scientist or analytical scientist or even organic synthetic scientist, you have a lot of opportunity to explore in the industry. So I'm not covering here academia, but just thought of giving some glimpse. Like if you are organic synthetic chemist, you have always open option in pharma, fine chemicals, and CROs, contractual research organizations. If you are a material scientist, you have fantastic opportunities in energy sector, which is continuously growing, space research, and automobile industries, where everyone is looking every day. It is a need of an hour that searching.
Yeah, just Aisha, just wait. Dr. Rao, can you listen us?
Yeah, I'm here. I can listen. Hello?
Yeah, can you switch on your video so people can see you? Yeah. So you have adopted the Korean hairstyle.
Oh, is it? Oh, this, I think this background is coming, I think, opposite. Some problem.
No. We can see it's correctly.
Correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, correctly. But your hairstyle is completely with the like a Korean drama.
Yeah. Something maybe, some change. Yeah.
Yeah. Pramod ji is saying now it's Chandra Raut Shin. So they are adding Shin. Huh? Now you become Korean.
Okay. Korean is in.
Yeah.
Mano, I think.
He knows our guide.
Yeah, Ashish.
Yeah, I think it was lost.
Oh, yes.
Somehow.
There was
But
some loss.
anyway.
It happened. Oh, you are back. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
please
So,
continue.
oh, is it? I thought it is already over.
No.
Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah. Hello. So now audible. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, I was telling that organic synthesis very well explored. I'll not go in detail, but material science, where the energy sector, space research, and automobile industry are desperately looking for nice candidates. And the next one is computational chemist, where the earlier time it was the impression that computational chemist can only explore in the academia, but industry they are even getting, for the surprise, getting the better package and better offer as compared to the synthetic chemist, because they offers the modeling and CROs and farmers. They want to explore the science without the wet lab. So this is the area where they can, just use a computational chemist to explore the organic chemistry, as well as, I would say, more about the biological purpose. Now the next one is the instrumentation, where something like Palkiran, Elmer, and lot of whatever you are using in the lab instruments. So those companies are also eager, and they are hiring continuously chemistry background people. So recently I got one information that person was looking somebody who is very well expert in the this adsorption, because that company was making some adsorption instrument, and they want to hire somebody who is who knows adsorption very well. So like that, and yeah, so two sector I kept separate, like analytical division, where anyone can move in, and the other one, I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the terminology, like solution scientist. This is a relatively new one, maybe last 3-4 years it is coming out, and this is very nice area where you can do the chemistry without going in the lab. So basically the job nature in general in any industry, where you are going as a technical person, visiting customer, and basically you are bridging a lab scientist and a commercial people. That is called a solution scientist. So solution scientists generally they hire a well educated person, maybe PhD or postdoc, where they can explain technical aspect in a better way to the customer, rather than a commercial person. So these are the area where you can explore left and right, irrespective of whatever your background is. Now, from the interviewer point of view, in any interview, interviewers always try to help candidate and willing to get right and energetic candidate all the time. And the right candidate, once I'm saying, it means how educated or how nice profile you have, that is definitely the initial part. But as a recruiter, they always look at how you can benefit to the customers, as well as you can make the money, or you can save the money and resources. So once you are preparing yourself for the interview, don't focus only that how much you can explain about yourself. Always prepare for the background, that how much you can be benefit to the organization, whatever organization. So you always have two lines, that I have these expertise which will be beneficial for the organization in a positive way. So that answer most of the time either we don't get or people don't prepare for. So be prepared for such answer, like how you will be beneficial for the institute. So with that, I will simply say thank you guys for having me and listening patiently. And if you have any short question, I'm not sure how much time will permit. So I'll be happy to have. Otherwise, you can connect to me through Mano. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. So I think this is informative talk who are going to apply for some job or something, maybe in next few years or something, I think. And also, I think you are also available and to guide them for some other time if they contact you over the email. So I think you can do that. So that is the one thing. So now is open for the questions. So anyone from the present and the audience from alumni from online, if you have any question or any type of questions, whether you are organic chemist, inorganic or material scientist. Yeah, we have a question.
Hello, sir. Thanks for the brief. Thanks for the brief talk and also very informative. I would like to get some exploration regarding solution scientists. Could you please explore on it for a bit a minute? I know it's a big topic, please.
So in short, actually, the solution scientist, as I mentioned, it is coming up in last few years, and it's not about one. It's almost every industry which are basically customer oriented. What their job is that this is a bridging. So basically, what happens as a scientist, as a R&D scientist, person will be taking care of lab part, and as a commercial person or salesperson, somebody will be there who will be taking care for the marketing or selling the product, right? But what happens that a commercial person, if going to customers, for example, let's say from Merck, somebody is coming to your place as a salesperson, you may ask 10 questions and person may not know the answer, because person is coming from maybe MBA background, maybe BTech MBA or graduate MBA, so they may not know about the catechol and paracrisol or what was the differences. So now the position of solution scientist is something which is bridging these two things. So solution scientist is the one who is coming from our background, basically PhD or postdoc technical background, but he will be visiting the customers. So let's say a solution scientist, if coming from, for example, a solution scientist who is from the material chemistry division, and the person is coming to you, and let's say you are telling some problems about the product or about the, if it is instrumental company is from the instrument, then the person solution scientist is having quite a strong technical background on that, and he can suggest you answer, or at least he can get your question and find out the solution within the organization, how to approach, whom to approach, and what could be the solution. So this is the I would say solution scientist is a position which connect with the commercial as well as the scientist. Okay, so this is actually very good position, and now the boom for the solution time scientist is coming for last few years, because as I mentioned, commercial and scientist, this gap is there. Commercial person may take your question but could not answer, but and while coming back to the place may forget half of the things, right? And as a scientist may not go to a customer and listen that one. So this is a bridging position, but what I am trying to emphasize that the background for this position is not MBA or any professional thing. This is typically the opportunity for the PhD people or postdoc people from the technical background.
So you mean to say previously PhD and MSc people just go to lab and have lab
That was
working,
the
but now not. You don't need to go lab.
No, if you want a lab oriented, you can go, you can do the research, you can keep working in the lab, or you can guide people in the lab. That is one sector which is still open. And
No, in the solution
scientist, no. Solution scientist will not go the lab. He will be commercial type of person with technical background.
And what are the aspect of the material scientists who are working on like CVD growth of the things, or who are working on like a supercapacitor or the battery, who do pouch setting and all? So is Merck is expanding in that directions? Because in our center, a lot of people are doing on the battery and supercapacitor, even pouch.
Okay, so to answer this again, the moment we say lab, it always comes in the mind that we are talking about kind of R&D center, but which is not true. We have a lot of material scientists, which is typically doing material related work, but not in the lab. So what they do, so for example, product manager or the project manager or the solution scientist. So these are the
that is fine, but is there any like Merck is now or any possibility in the future they are expanding their research R&D center in the materials field, in the energy field?
So
like many companies are doing that.
So in the material field, I would say yes, but in India, because in Korea they are going to open, even they have opened a complete new lab. But in India, on the material science, I can say like I don't see, at least in a year or two, but maybe later on, later part, it may be possible.
Okay, and is there any like opportunity for MSc student to get a like a 2 or 3 months project works they can do in the Merck?
So Mano, if somebody is doing MSc in your center and they want to do their project for 3 months in Merck during their MSc, like MSc project, please reach out to me, and I will certainly help them to get this exposure for
Okay,
the
I think that will
CNMS.
be good news, and our MSc coordinator, Professor Amit is here. So I think that can be, we can
Because we find that some of the student, they get exposed like for the 3 month or whatever their curriculum. We never force like you have to stay 6 months also. So let's say for 3 months, after that they get industrial exposure, they get a tag, industrial tag, and that some means most of time that becomes very helpful for finding them a right PhD place.
Okay. And there was a question from our theoretical student and one of our expert faculty. What type of opportunity of theoretical person in Merck? Yeah, you know, I think Mane.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Manik.
Because
So,
he's guiding right now 3-4 students PhD, so he's looking for that.
So I still did not get completely, like you are asking theoretical opportunity for computational scientist in Merck or in general?
Yes, in Merck.
Okay, so in Merck, right now again, the opportunity is something like we are doing some project where we are focusing on the digital reference material, which is in short DRM, we used to call, where we as such don't use like modeling and all, but what we do, we predict, and we have internal system where we characterize the molecule completely from NMR, HPLC, and mass, everything from the computational, and that digital reference material, which in the maybe a year or 2 years you will find online, like a SciFinder kind of thing, where people can access all the data and they can use as a experimental chemist to characterize those materials. So such program we are running, where we are focusing on the digital aspect, but as such, if you say typical like modeling or a computational chemist what impression we have, so right now we are not doing in that direction.
Okay, So is there any questions online?
Yes, sir. This is Brenda, sir. Hello. Thank you for a very insightful talk. I just wanted to know if there is an opportunity in Merck India for an industrial postdoc position. I'm asking this because you normally will get to listen to that a thing that don't continue your postdoc for a very longer period of time. It becomes really difficult for you to transition into industry. I see a lot of industrial postdoc positions in the US coming up, and cracking them is also a very hard nut. But how easy or difficult is it in India? Or is it a thing in India to have an industrial postdoc? Because then transitioning into industry from a postdoctoral position becomes easier.
Okay, Brinda. So I still get confused with your question whether you are asking for the Merck or in India.
So in general, I mean, in
That's
general,
fine. So
yeah.
in general, like HPCL or Momentive, even Cell, these are the companies which who offered the industrial postdoc. And again, it vary case to case. They will never say to you on the card that you are going to hire after 2 years or 3 years. But most of time you will find that either they will be hired in the same organization. At least I know some of them which are very good, that they will not say their postdoc that you search outside. So it may be a matter of time, may take 1 year, 2 years, but they prefer to hire from the inside. So that is a very good option. Second thing, even if they don't hire, at least I personally have never heard that industry say to their industrial postdoc that this is 2 year period, or typically what in academia, like you are bound with for 2 years, 3 years. So it generally I have never heard about industry. If you have been hired as industry in the industry as a postdoc, you can continue as long as you want, and your experience in the industry will be counted quite differently than an academic postdoc. So what happens if you, let's say you have worked for 3 years in any industry, but you don't find that the opportunity comes, or you don't find like you will be hired inside. Once you will be applying for the in other industry, you will always be preferred, or you will be, you know, advantageous side as compared to the your colleague who is doing academic postdoc.
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me. Yes.
Okay, any other
Thank you, sir.
question from our online audience? So if there is no question, Ashish, thank you. And definitely, as Dr. Jadhav suggested, we will definitely try to bring you in center in person.
Yeah, we will be in touch.
Sure. And thank you for
Okay,
joining.
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So our next talk is by Dr. Vrinda. So some of you, Manjunath, Meghna, also remember her. So they, Ningaraju from there, it can't come. Yeah, it's good. Thank you. So for online people, can you listen?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks. So
But
now,
we are not able to see the
Yes,
screen.
yes.
Okay, now
okay.
it's, I think.
Yeah, actually there was some power shutdown. There is some rain outside, little bit. So, okay. So now Vrinda is talking about her experience of the postdoc. That is the main thing in the PhD, to get a postdoc, not only for the experience, some money also counts. So Vrinda is going for that. So Vrinda, please, over
Yes.
to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here, seeing you all after a very long period of time. And it would be really nice if I could meet you all in person. Nevertheless, technology has been really useful so that we could connect through Zoom. And it's okay. I'm here to share my insights, tips, and tricks about postdoc position, some nuances, how the search begins, and why, how, when, and where, and all of these questions that we that most of these PhD students might have in their mind. Again, this is an impromptu talk. I haven't prepared anything here. Whatever I have in my mind, I just put them in words in the form of slides. You can pitch in, you can talk in between. My friends and colleagues, or my postdocs or other postdocs who are in here in the meeting can also pitch in and give their own insights into this talk, because they might have had a different experience than mine. Because experiences are very subjective, and opinions are very subjective. I would want to gather more and more opinions and insights about this topic. And this is purely out of my experience of these 2.5 years of postdoc, or 2 years of postdoc plus 0.5 years of postdoc search. So so why question? So why do you have to do a postdoc? Now, again, it is very subjective. One, it's because you want to have that freedom and you want to run your own lab. You have some research ideas in your mind. You're very creative, you're very curious, and you need that flexibility to bring in all of these curated ideas into a platform. So becoming a PI gives you that freedom to run your own lab. Second is to gain a very rich research experience, some cutting edge research happening in some of the top class universities, institutions, and you want to learn and work with these scientists, and you can leverage this experience to secure a very good industrial position. Third, and a very less explored option, is you can also leverage this experience to have your own startup or entrepreneurial, setup. And many people do not embark upon this journey, but I think many talented individuals and youngsters who want to embark on this journey need to have some postdoc experience to get a head start. So, and how do you begin with this journey of searching your postdoc position? Now, this begins from the day one of your PhD. Why do I say this? Is because you start doing your literature survey right from the day one of your PhD. Many of you have already written your first review article in the first year of your PhD, because you did immense literature survey. So all of these, when you read the papers and get to know the PIs, the scientists, or those top-notch individuals in the area of research, you already have some people in your mind that, oh, this person is really good at this, or this person is an expert in NMR, this person is an expert in XRD, and so and so. So you have all these people in your mind, and these people can become your potential postdoc bosses. Okay, so keep them in your mind, but also start curating or putting up all the names in the form of Excel sheet. This is what I usually do. So I have given you an example here: name, area of research, university, and then the location. So I write the names of those people that I find, and I briefly type the area of the research that they work in, the university, and the location. And you can also have another column in the end, wherein you can link the website for the lab, so that you can just a click of a button, you go to their lab website and see what's happening in their lab, what is the new publication that they got, how many PhDs, postdocs are currently working, and what kind of projects are they working on. So that makes it very easy. And the search typically begins soon after you have submitted your thesis, typically, because the PIs want you to submit your thesis first and then start applying for these positions. So you can keep this Excel sheet in handy to target your the right labs and the right PIs. So visit their lab websites, like I told you, completely know about the kind of projects that they're working on, maybe read a couple of papers that they have published. And most PIs ask for a cover letter, a CV, and not resume. From what I understand, CV is a very elaborate thing, and resume is quite short. And 3 letters of recommendation from your PhD institution, maybe your PhD guide, your collaborators, etc. And some PIs are very, very, very specific. They do not want you to email the applications. and they want you to mail them, post them the application, because they do not, their inbox is so much filled with junk that they might miss out on your mail, and that's the reason they might be telling you or asking you to mail them personally. And again, to know this, you will have to read their website carefully, and some professors usually specify that I don't want you to email me anything. While others might want you to apply to a position through their job portal, that is also a possibility. To up your game, you need to keep your LinkedIn, ResearchGate, and other social media platforms up to date. When I say social media platforms, no, I'm not talking about Facebook and Insta, so chill. I'm talking about professional social media platforms like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, or Glassdoor, and things like that, where people can search you and you are more findable, and so you have to be more presentable, and very approachable in these platforms. So when emailing it to professors, if you're sending a cold email, that's fine. Cold emails are really okay. But when you're emailing professors, I think I had a conversation with Divya as well 2.5 years back when I was looking for a postdoc position, and she gave me this very, very precious advice that, Didi, don't actually attach a cover letter, but make your email itself look like a cover letter. That's a fantastic advice, I would say. I would still want to give all of you the same advice. Sometimes the PI might not have the time to look into your cover letter, but the body of your email itself can look like a cover letter. So then you will have all the details in the body of the email. You'll also link your Google Scholar account there, and your LinkedIn profiles and everything, so that the person can click and get to know all of your publication if he has no time to browse through your CV or something at that point in time. Obviously, you need to avoid typos, unprofessional languages, no personal remarks or comments, and get straight to the point, because time is money for most of us. Okay, so tailor your emails or mails so that it is curated for the particular lab or a particular PI. Don't send generalized emails or cover letters to each and everyone out there. People get to know that this is not tailor made. Please sit down for a couple of minutes, tailor your resume, tailor your cover letter, and then apply it to the concerned PI or the lab. And it makes a lot of difference when you actually make an effort to know about the PIs and say that in your body of your, I went through your website and I noticed that you have so and so publication. I'm really interested in working in these fields and I have so and so experience. That makes a very huge difference, and please make it very personal. No chat GPT here. You just have to type everything that you want to type in a very professional manner, and then you can take the help of chat GPT to maybe edit it further or refine it further or polish it further. The second approach that I took was to have a target location in my mind. Now, if you are someone who wants to work in a biochemistry field or a biotechnological, a very translational kind of a subject, which requires you to be an expert in chemist as well as in biology, then the United States is a very good country, because a lot of research is happening in this area in United States. But if you have Europe in your mind or Australia in your mind, sit down and try listing out the universities in this location which you feel are very reputed, and simply go to their chemistry or biochemistry or physical chemistry, material chemistry department, and see what kind of work they are trying to do, or what PIs are in there and what are they trying to do. And then you, for your surprise, believe me or trust me, there is someone really hiding there whom you weren't aware of all this time. You have done so much of literature survey, you have cited hundreds and thousands of paper in your thesis, but there would be this one person or a couple of people hiding there in some lab in the corner of the world, who actually are doing some tremendous amount of work, and they have not really come to your eyesight, or they haven't really been in your mind all this time. Try putting these names in the Excel sheet as well. I call this a very unstructured way because I usually sit down to do this kind of activity when I'm really bored of my lab work. When I'm really bored of my wet lab, I just sit down and for fun I keep doing this. But it has helped me a lot. I get to know a lot of people, and another advantage of doing this is whenever you attend a conference or you have a meeting or something like that, and your PI or your current PI refers to that person again, you're like, oh yeah, I know about this person, I have gone through his website, I know who his students are, I have some idea. So it gives you an edge over others. See, you see that how it makes a lot of difference. Oh, this person has actually put an effort to know the different people who are working in this field, so that makes a lot of impact. So from my experience, if I have to talk, uh, I was already in the US when I was trying to get into a postdoc position, and I applied for more than 50 positions around the US. I was location restricted because of number of reasons, but I mostly got no reply. But even a couple of replies that I got were telling me that there was no funding. There were two PIs who gave me a positive response, but they were two very contrasting or contradicting experiences. So I'll share that with you. The first experience was with this very good university in Boston. I would not like to take names. So I had a first round of interview with the research associate professor and not with the PI. And then she pretty much asked me about my research experience, what made me move to the US, what did I do in the US at UMass Boston with Professor Rochford, what kind of research I did, how did I tackle my research challenges and everything else. So that was a very engaging introduction of each other, and she passed me on to the second round of the interview, wherein I had entire team sitting there with the graduate students, postdocs, scientists, but there was no PI here. So then I had to completely explain them what I did in my PhD, literally going through slide by slide. It was almost a 45-minute presentation of mine where I focus majorly on my synthetic aspects and not more on application part, because it was an organic synthesis laboratory. So after this happened, I had a mixed opinion about this presentation. It was not very good, but it was not bad either. And I neither heard a yes or a no. That was a major red flag for me, because if it were to be a no, please tell me that it is a no. I would happily accept that. If it is a yes, I would be happy too, obviously. But then the second experience was completely different. It was very contrasting, because this one day I got an email from one of these committees around New England area, or in the Boston area, that this person is trying to find a postdoc and she's very eager to hire someone as quickly as possible. And the same day I emailed her my details, and she got back to me in a jiffy. Like in a couple of minutes, I got the reply saying that, oh, I would want to meet you right now, or at least today. So we then met the same day, and it was just one round of interview with the PI. It went on for an hour, and at the end of the interview, it was not even an interview, it was just a one-on-one discussion that we had, and it was a yes. So you see how different it is. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you are a right fit to the group, then PIs do not really have to, have that first round, second round of interview, and they do not think a lot about it. Now, because you have given your Google Scholar link, they know you on LinkedIn and everything. They surely do their research on you and what kind of work you have done, and just by having a conversation with you itself communicates to them that you are the right fit to the lab. All right. So
Brinda,
but yes, sir.
Sorry, I don't want to disturb you, but just we are running out of time. So can you
Yes,
just
sir.
up in 5?
I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yes.
Sorry.
So no problem. I'm almost done. Just one more slide. So I'm just telling. I was just trying to tell that please be sure to understand the lab work culture and ask and don't assume. That is one advice that I would like to give. And due diligence is quite necessary. Do your own research from your end to know how the PI is and what kind of lab it is. Try contacting their previous postdocs and PhD students. Some other ways to find the conventional postdoc positions are academicjobsonline.org, sciencecareers.org. You don't have to note it down. Maybe I'll circulate this slide or this particular presentation to you guys so that you can go through it. Sciencecareers.org, naturejobs.com, and Biospace. Thank you so much. If you have questions, or if you want to discuss something, or if you want to pitch in and give some more insights into this, you are most welcome to do in the chat box. I think we are running short of time.
Okay, thank you, Brinda. So now we have a time, so we can just take some couple of questions, 2-3 questions, either from the audience or people online audience, as well as offline audience. And also, I think it's a very good what Brinda told, that don't write a journal email. You have to be very specific about the lab requirements. Don't just Control C, Control V, what we generally learn. First, when we got the computer, the first thing we learn, Control C and Control V. So I think that we should not, and continue applying the postdoc again and again and again. Try to meet and the thing in person, if is it possible in the conferences also, and be specific. And I think Brinda is always happy to help you when you reach out over the email. So definitely everyone has a, yeah, Brinda.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell. Communication is the key. I mean, if you get a chance to attend some world-class conferences or meetings, don't miss out on that opportunity. I'm not telling every other meeting or every other conference is important, but if it is very important to your field of research, please try to attend. And when I say attend, don't just sit there and listen. It's a problem with me as well. I don't go out and talk to people very much. I'm a very introvert person, but then you have to make that attempt to reach out to people and talk to them and have that one-on-one personal conversation with people. You will be remembered by them. You should connect with them on LinkedIn and continue that relationship with them so that you can at the right point in time, you can actually ask them for the right kind of guidance. It's very, very crucial to have that kind of connection.
Okay. Thank you, Brinda. So thank you for your time. What's the time there?
It's 8:42 right now in New York.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And I think this will be really helpful for the newcomers who are applying for the postdocs. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All the best. All the best to everyone out there.
Thank you. So now it's time to move. So it's time to move a little bit for some lighter things, means not very serious about it, because consecutively 2 talks were there, one industry experience, then postdoc. So now we wish to invite Miss Ria Chaudhary. So she is the associate editor of the newsletter, CNMS newsletter. Okay. So Ria will brief you about her experience as well as about the newsletter, what we are planning for the newsletter. So Ria, over to you. Ria, you are muted.
Yeah. Oh, so good evening, one and all. So myself, Ria Chaudhary, and I'm very happy that we are having an alumni meet. So it's a very great opportunity to get to know each other, where we all are at the present stage and how further we can be connected. So it's a great honor that I'm reconnecting with the people who had really played a very pivotal role in my nurturing for my research career as well as my personal development. So I have very good emotions connected with CNMS family. Also, I would like to thank, when I was in CNMS, so I worked under the supervision of Professor Amit sir, as well as I got with Mansadi also, my research career got developed with working through them. And the main motive, I want to do PhD and further I want to excel in research career was started through CNMS platform only. So that was how my journey was, and I made good friends, as well as the faculty in CNMS is also very we are still in touch to many of the faculties. So also I would like to thank Manav sir and all the faculties who had been the main role in organizing the alumni meet. So also thanks a lot for making me the associate editor for the newsletter. So basically in the newsletter, we'll not only have the just the general things, but also we'll be connecting through various what are the experiences of our seniors as well as the students who are currently in CNMS also. They'll be also telling what we'll share their ideas also and stay connected. So that's it. I'll take off now. So you can tell how we are going to tell the about the newsletter and all.
So for the newsletter, already we have done one of the first meeting in 2023, and it's a coincidence that was also in June to 2023 when we have done the first newsletter meeting. So after this, once this voting result will be out, so the newsletter committee will include all the things in the newsletter and they will circulate to all of you. So yeah, thank you, Ria. Thank you, Ria.
Shall I just show or just
Definitely,
brief?
definitely. Sure. Just give it a brief about what was our plan. Yes.
I guess, is it visible?
It's coming.
It's just
yes.
like the name of our newsletter is Vartalap. So now this is just a brief of the newsletter. Rest we can later on we'll share on the group as well. So
yeah, so the
I
thing
hope-
is we can get more information.
Yeah.
Someone has got experience in the beamline first time.
We'll be having we'll be showing the achievements of the CNMS students as well as the alumni. Also, we'll be staying in connected. We'll have
slowly, one by
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Or you want us to share? No, you just share. Okay. Yeah,
Huh,
slowly.
it's
slowly.
fine,
So
sir.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
we'll be having different experiences from our seniors.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Patil sir is saying not that slow. Yeah, and this column, just wait. Yeah, this column, like every column, every newsletter, some of the faculty is also writing about their experience about some of the very the new characterization technique or any characterization technique which they came to know. Yeah, and the photos of the day, all of our alumni, current students should send the photos of the day for anywhere, any place where you are going, just little bit of the write-up from there, and we will include in the newsletter. It should not be necessarily that scientific. Any place where you went for visit or something, or any natural place, hiking, just share us the photo. And not only one photo, if you share like 2, 3, 4 photos, just write a little bit of a story, we can share it in that. Yeah.
Regarding the work taking place in the labs also.
Yes.
Even we'll have an update corner
yes.
also.
So every time we are making it quick updates, but this time it's very short. Next time it will be much more bigger. Those who have defended the PhD, those who have submitted the PhD, and the alumni who got some of the award or something, every information we are going to collect it and we are going to update in the newsletter and circulate to all the alumni over the WhatsApp and email also. And the pride achievements of all our alumni. Yeah, please. Yeah,
So
this
here's
is
like
the
our
important
team.
part. Wait. This is the very important part where we have introduced our CNMS newsletter editorial team. So this is the first newsletter, and the Professor Sajesh come with the idea and he drafted everything. So that is he's the editor. And then when we have done meeting on June 24th, I think around 11 o'clock in the morning, 1 year back. So then in the meeting also, Ria represented her also, that voluntarily I can work as an associate editor of all the things. I can be part of, not associate editor, I want to be a part of that. And then when we asked him to be there, and then Mansa also, you have already just get connected with the Mansa few minutes before. So Mansa is also a part of the editorial team. And I think somewhere down, I'm also the part of the team. Yeah, I'm here. I'm not working that much, so there is no my photo. So associate editor didn't allow my photo. And we have the opening of the editorial team members. Yes, really we need the members to join our editorial newsletter. So it will be like more people, so the workload will be distributed, because all alumni have different workload, different culture, and different a lot of things. Either they are in company, either they are in a job, and there is nothing like MSc, PhD. Alumni are alumni. Every knowledge is important. Okay, so please do join, and it's not necessary only for alumni. Our current scholar can also join this newsletter editorial team. And then that I'll probably go last. We have introduced the core committee who have done all this alumni meet, little bit efforts, but more efforts is from the alumni. So that I'll just dive later. Yeah, thank you, Ria. Now I think we can just, yeah, and to the very last page, if we can go. Yeah, this is our alumni, our pride, and we have included all the photos of our alumni. If someone is left out, I'm asking sorry on behalf of CNMS. We have tried our best to include all the people, but definitely some restrictions were there, so we can't write each and every name, but definitely every photos are there. So we have included in the first newsletter all the photos of all alumni, whether they are MSc, PhD, or anyone. So we have included some photos. You can see that 2 times they are coming. So they are MSc, then they converted to the PhD also. So we have given all these. So if someone left out by mistake, so it's a mistake and we are sorry for that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think. Okay, Ria, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's raining here. And in your place, it's 52, right?
It's 52, sir. It's 52 over here.
And we are
It's
at
power
26.
cut also over here. It's power cut because of some weather issues also outside. Now it's like windy something and then it's become humid.
Yeah, we are at 27 right now. Good. Enjoy the weather. Take care of health. Okay. Thank you for the BE part and give your time. Okay. Thank you, Ria. So next, now we are moving for our experience or of our beloved faculties. So right now we are inviting Professor Pramod Nayak for sharing some of the experience on a lighter note, so they can make a good mood for everyone and share some experience, important experience of the life.
Hello. So now I think all are out of mood. Okay, we are running out of time. So I will make it very brief. So hello everybody who is already joined in offline as well as offline, my fellow colleagues and others. So this, when you're talking about alumni meet, I also heard from Dr. Manav and others. Long time they were trying. And the thing is, whenever we are trying for something, so first make it happen. Then after that you will see. Like Ratan Tata told that just take the decision and then make it work. Okay, so similarly, we have to find the way to make this happen. Then smoothness will come later. And especially when you are talking about this alumni meet, mostly it have two bonding. One is called emotional bond and another is called the professional bond. So emotional bond means when your senior who are already with you in your lab and they have got doing abroad, going for a PhD program or postdoc program, when they meet them. So we always very happy, you know. So there's an old saying that friends come so far and how happy we are. So when we meet the people and then we become very happy. So in that way, that is your emotional bond. And another thing is a professional bond because they will guide you what are the different opportunities are available abroad and whether it may be academic or it may be industry, whatever. In that way, they can guide you because they know your problem much more better than any other. For example, whenever you are going somewhere and you don't know anybody, then how you feel? They all are strangers for you, and you feel like not confident how to go there, how to tackle with the situation, and so on. But once you know somebody is there, then just like life will come, okay, in between you, that okay, somebody is there to help me. So I'm experiencing my experience. I'm just sharing. When I went the first postdoc to Taiwan, I remember. So one of my senior was there, and then he contacted me at that time, and I went. But when I went, I didn't know that he come out. Nobody was there. And when I went alone, I know nobody, zero in Taiwan. And the professor student, they came to pick up me, and then they took me to a 5-story building, and they told that you have to stay here for some time. And when we entered that room, I remember the room was very dirty. It is not used for somebody some time. And the worst thing was the toilet flush also not working. So I was very awkward. So I just like crying where I came and nobody I knows. So then after some time when I come out from the room and then I see somebody's name was there. So he was our university alumni. So I remember his name. When I see that, just like life come here. So somebody is there, I can contact so that I can have some fruitful time. So that helps when you know somebody. So then just like you feel confident and you feel comfortable how to stay there. So in this way, alumni will help you in these regards. And another thing is because there are many interaction will happen between the present student and the alumni, and that is also like a faculty, we are also responsible because we are the mediator between the alumni as well as the present student. Because when the requirement of the present student that to get a good job and go abroad, then at that time we need to contact our lab alumni who are in abroad. And in the same case, when the alumni are established or they are maybe the CEO of some company, so they also require some good candidates. In this way, faculties are also responsible. So faculties are bridging the gap between the alumni as well as the present student. And okay, so it has been started. We have because very less number of alumni here, and from this onwards we can grow. Because but if you see the premier institute in India like IIS Bangalore or IIT Madras, the alumni is very strong. And that is also built after 50 years, 60 years. And they are taking many initiatives. We need also for making some good research lab. We need also from the some innovation program, some other things. So it will work when because already we have a treasurer. When the alumni will grow and day by year by year when it will grow. So then that will work so that we can approach also that type of model in that time. So I'm not having much more time. And the thing is, so if the interaction between the alumni and if the alumni association, what it will be very worthful, and also we can sometimes the alumni also to know what are the, let's say, new faculties are joining, what are the new area they are working. We can have different types of talk from the faculty so that the alumni also keep in touch, and then we can have much more interaction to be productive. And I hope through this alumni association, so CLMS will get some global record. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Pramod. And really, it's very important. If you know someone when you are going in abroad or somewhere, so it's always important if you find a connection before going, so you can be adjusted within 1 or 2 days. So now I'd like to invite Professor Amit, because he is the almost the founding member of our MSc coursework. And now till yet, what we are enjoying in MSc, we just go and teach and all. So it is just effort of Professor Amit and Professor Srinivas. So the team of this Jai Viru, they make it so happen that now MSc program is very smooth and we are getting a very high quality of the students. And previously, I heard that they suffer a lot to get a student. So I think that story also he can share with us. So Professor Amit, over to you. Please share some experience and some valuable guidance for our scholars.
Thank you, Manav. And good evening, everyone. I know it has been a long time, almost 3 hours now. So mostly people are feeling tired. So I will not take much time, but a few things definitely I would like to mention here. It's a great opportunity to meet all the many who have been really instrumental for the CNMS growth also, because your growth is ultimately what is the growth for a center also. So whatever alumni do, so your growth is also counted as the university growth. So I'm very much happy to see your progress, whatever you are doing. I have a very good interaction with each and every batch, and I'm very much happy to see your progress, and would like to have this kind of association in future as well. Now, as this alumni association is formed, so it's a great responsibility to all the people to have that kind of interaction, like Dr. Ashish today from Merck has given their experience. Dr. Vindra also has shared their experience, and like all other have shared their experience. By using those experience, you are going to be really beneficial, and this alumni association should continue this type of talk, and they have to arrange all those things. And with that note, I wish all the best to your career and whatever you are looking forward for your future endeavor. Thank you all, and wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now it's the time to get some of the remarks from Professor Chandrasekhar Raut Shen. Recently, Pramod Naik gave his new name, Sen.
Okay.
Professor Raut.
Yeah, thank you, Manav. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Shen.
Thank you. Thank you and Dr. Pramod for your nice name. So good evening, good afternoon, or good morning to all of you. And I welcome all the alumni members to participate in this event. Also, I thank all my colleagues and organizing committee to make this event very successful. I feel it is very much successful, and many of these alumni attended it. I think we are running out of time, so I'll just tell few words. Also, it was very much effort from our director, Professor Geeta Balakrishna. So thank you, Madam, for your initiative to make this event happen. We are trying it for a long time, but finally we could make it. And thank you, Professor Manav Saxena, to take the lead. And you have done very good job. I think it is well organized, and we could know many things from this event. So it is an excellent platform for all of us, including our alumni and present members of CNMS, to get in touch with each other and to know our present activities and to do networking for future collaboration or future events. So this is our first alumni meetings. So we expect from all these alumni members to attend these events next year's. Sometimes if you arrange in physical mode, if more people can attend this in physical mode, it will be very much helpful and useful to all of us. And it is a very extremely sensitive and emotional event for all of us. So our alumni members are pride to us, and we feel very proud when we see their success in different places, including industries or in other labs, science labs or universities as working as scientists or faculties. And they're also working in very good places, in very good, under very good scientists who are top scientists in the world. So that's a very good achievement we can tell from our end. Okay, so and this first alumni meeting will be like a very good path to plan accordingly for our future events. And so basically, this alumni are serving like a breeze for all of us to pass our research activities or showcase our research activities worldwide, so that people are knowing us also where they're going. So this is first alumni since we have made it very successfully, and we expect this alumni members to take it forward to higher levels in coming years. Also, this newsletter will be very helpful for us to get, know each other if we are present in different parts of the world. And it's a very good medium to keep us updated in every aspects, including research and other things whichever alumni members are coming across. So I'll take, with this note, I'll just conclude. So my best wishes to all of you, all our alumni members. I'm looking forward to meet you all in next year's alumni meeting. So my best wishes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Rao, for your nice words. Now, we wish to invite the editor of the CNMS newsletter, Professor Sajesh. So Professor Sajay, we want to hear from the editor, and he is the editor. So if you can send anything, it won't be rejected. You don't need to revise it. So editor will directly accept as received. Direct acceptance without any receipt. So we need more editor like this. Yeah. So Professor Sajesh, some words from you. Yeah, please. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Manu. Obviously, I'm just a figurative editor, let's say. So when the idea of the alumni association was floated, and then obviously like there are so many people who had been working before us trying to get this into a reality, and then obviously things didn't work out. So it's sort of a failing game, like before you start. So it is more or less like that. So we thought like if a newsletter is there and newsletter is active, you can make an active newsletter and it works, then obviously things can fall into place with time. So Manav, obviously he was the one who was doing all these things. I just like gave him a sort of idea of how it might look. And obviously the other alumni, whoever is part of the editorial board, and of course, a lot of other faculties who gave the inputs actually made it into the final form. I think you have already introduced the newsletter, right? So everybody has seen it, and there is only way up for sure. So the next newsletter will be much, much better. So anyway, I'm really happy that I could be part of this effort. And obviously, I would just like quickly try to remind you people that this is still a very young association, and so there is a lot of room for not just improvement, to figure out. And if I would just say, like I hope like I have a couple of minutes on this. Alumni associations, there are so many alumni associations, and I'm pretty sure all of you are going to be associated with multiple alumni associations across the world, like you saw Divya. But then this is one place where you will have the time and opportunity to influence how the association is going to grow. So putting policies, thinking of new policies, and there is no fixed form in which like there is a prescribed format in which alumni associations have to be run. There is nothing like that. So it is up to you to figure out. And obviously, as a growing center, a very young center, we are going to have more and more successful alumni. And obviously, many of you are going to be highly successful going forward. And you will have an opportunity to come and get involved and try to help out the community. So obviously, with that words, I would wind up, and thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you, Manav, and hope all of the people who are actually, I was quite surprised to see so many people going back, because I never went back to any of my alumni meets, to tell you the truth. But I do. I'll just like quickly give you an anecdote of something that I learned. Like I said, like I never went back to any alumni association, but I'll tell you like how not exciting, like it is surprising. So when I went to Woburn, like in Massachusetts, I was doing the postdoc there. We had an apartment, and in the apartment, obviously it was a new place for us. We just came in, and me, my wife, we normally used to go for walks in the evening. So we were walking down the street. So this is probably the first or the second week, or even like almost the first month. And we were walking down the street. So it's just like two houses down the lane. One a person of Indian origin, he was raking his yard, and we just like passed him. And my wife immediately she said like, that's Joby. And to tell you, I have never met Joby, but Joby is actually a senior for our senior in our masters, like in my MSc this thing college, and then he was also a senior in our PhD department. And there was no way, like I was not at all like thinking that it was actually going to, like it was actually him. So, but anyway, my wife was so insistent, so we went back and talked to him and told him like, "Are you Joby?" Yeah, of course. Like, who are you? And then we started like talking, and then obviously that is the same person. And you cannot imagine, like there is no way that I could think that I would meet somebody like he's super senior to us in our in the master's class, and then after in graduation, obviously he left right before we joined. And that is how how serendipitous you can meet many of these people that you had been in class with, people from your institute. So alumni association has so many different roles to play, which you don't really realize probably until you get like way too far in your life, and then you regret losing out on this network. So this network is really important, particularly in this coming age where like much of your opportunities open up through your networks. And the first network that you can rely on is obviously your alumni network. And there are so many other ways. Like when you engage with your community, then obviously there are so many things that can fulfill for you. So with that words, obviously, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you, Manav. So over to Manav.
Thank you, sir. So now we have one more speaker, Dr. Jadhav. But before moving to Dr. Jadhav, we have one more alumni present here offline. So we want to listen the word from her. So I invite Meghna to share his experience, some of his expertise, which can be good for our current scholars or master students. Yeah, Meghna, over to you.
Hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, and morning, everything, whatever, for like in their countries. So their timings will be different. So I would like to thanks for inviting us to here. For alumni association and for alumni group and for lecturers and for the juniors and for seniors. I was very happy. I was so excited to come here and seeing all of the lecturers. It's like recalling all our memories. It's very different experience and different feeling here. Come back here and seeing like old memories, recalling everything. It's very different and different things. And like joining here was very difficult to join the CNMS, and I was not at all interested to come here and to join here. But because of the Manchu, one of my friend, and he told me that this is this one of the college like CNMS JAIN University is there. So he told me to join here, and I felt like okay. I can join, and but this after coming here, like I felt like, oh, this college, this research activities, and this is very much different level. And comparing to the CNMS, other colleges, there is no facilities for anything. They'll just come and teach for. They will go, but here is so many research activities are there, and like after joining here, I felt okay. I take a good decision in my life. So, and I got the guide of Shubhankar Kumar Bose, and he has also guided me very much. And it's like but my guide is like, he is very supportive, sir. He never told me anything like, no, you can't do. He told me, he guided me in every way, in everything. That's like after leaving, after completing MSc only, I got it. Okay, this is worth joining of CNMS. So, like I would say, it's very good experience in the CNMS. Like, and then after completing here, I joined for IDC in cosmetics department in R&D, and have developed 20 products in IDC. And after that, then I joined in it's also in marketing. What I have developed in IDC, and then now, currently I'm working in Envision Pharma Limited. It's a startup. They also have developed like 30 products of personal care products, like so many products I have done. That also it is in market. So it is this way it is going. And about my experience of alumni, it's like getting the like so many information from so many seniors, and the Mark sir in that company also, he told so many information. So it is that also we felt happy. I was not prepared for talking here. So thank you for welcoming us, sir.
Thank you, Meghna. It was really good to hear something from you. And yes, that was the thing what few minutes before I asked, that how Amit sir and then Srinivas sir took together and they made our MSc program so good that now when people comes here, so they make it. So that's the effort for the Amit sir. So I really appreciate that effort, and still we can approach, and he are managing very well to the students and faculties also. So now, before announcing the result of the vote, I would don't share. So I would like to invite Dr. Arvind, so to share some valuable points for our alumni or something, some experience or something what we can learn from alumni also. Yeah, you are free to come here and take photos of your guide. Don't worry. Meghna, in your company, is there anything for the hairs? Just we need it.
No, I didn't cut because of that.
Sir is also looking for that.
Yeah, greetings all of you, and thank you alumni committee, each and every person involved in this committee, and really it is a take a message from Dr. Manav. I don't know how Bhai is gathering energy to conduct all such kind of events in the CNMS. It's really hats off to Bhai that always he's taking the initiation and he is trying to make each and every occasion or maybe the program in CNMS can happen in a grand way. So I heartfelt thanks to Dr. Manav. And yeah, so today we heard that many alumni from CNMS, they doing very fine abroad or even in India, and they are dealing very nice way in their job profession. Even our master students also. The most important thing why I am here, they gave me little bit points that I must have to talk based on those points. When you can be a successful alumni, when you are doing your job perfectly at the current moment, right? For that purpose, you need to organize your things up to date. That is the most important point. I'm not saying that this message or this discussion cannot be helpful for the alumni staying in the abroad or staying in the CNMS. Of course, this discussion is going to helpful for each and every students, those are connected with the CNMS or maybe any other institutes. The most important point that whenever you are studying at the level of master or in the PhD, you must have to organize yourself or you must have to organize your works in a very right direction. So most important part that of course you have to interact with your guide, right? You cannot go beyond your guide without his permission. Or maybe of course the work what you are doing must have to be correlating with your guide and have to be concerned with the guide. So you can discuss the points, you can organize your master work in such a way that you can be a most fruitful students among yourself or maybe among your circle, right? If you compete in that way, of course you can achieve your success. So for that purpose, what you have to do, the most important point, you take two lead, put your head down and make sure that you are not competing with any other, you are competing yourself. Not only in the master level, even you can put this formula for PhD and you can even put this formula. Yeah, I know you guys are laughing. I don't know what is the point you guys are laughing. You can raise and tell me what's wrong. Yeah, is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong? Prahlad, right? And Devashi student. Is there something wrong? Is there joke? Yeah, you can speak if it is there. Okay, please don't disturb. 10, 5 or maybe 7 minutes more. So in that case, you need to be very focused in your organization. Make sure that if you are master, focus only one topic or maybe one major or one minor. So that can lead you to the successful way to complete your project. And of course, if you are targeting for any PhD, these two works or maybe these formula will help a lot to get the PhD position anywhere in the CNMS or abroad. Okay, this part for the master students. Let's talk about PhD. How you can organize your works. Yes, of course, again, you have to consider one major, one minor. So in that case, major means which really professor is interested. Okay, your professor is assigning the work, you must have to consider it is a major work. Along with that, what you can consider? You can consider part of the small work. Okay, that will lead you to make how many number of publications you can publish at the end of your PhD, right? And then you will feel that you can see the CV after your complete duration. So you can feel that, oh, really, I run up this much. How it is possible? Because of this strategy. What I considered with my student or with my research family, this is a strategy always I follow. I don't know how much my students or maybe how much my family is believing on me with this strategy, but I'm very sure that at the end of their duration, I feel that very proud whenever I see their CV are really great publications, number of publications. And of course, we are also maintaining the reputations of journals. right? So it means that how much impactful organization you are doing is very important throughout your study, either master or either PhD. So in addition to that, you also need to do collaboration during your PhD, of course, during master also. So collaborations is must, and it is a secondary key to again make you successful. So if your professor is saying something with the related to collaboration, don't try to neglect it. Put your 100% effort and try to make it possible. Okay, his strategies, his organization of the lab, his organization of the research, having some thoughtful impact behind it. So you should not lose that thing. If you are not validating or you are not connecting with his energy, then of course you will feel somewhere losing in the fact. Okay, so you make sure that you are connecting with his energy, either in the collaboration, either with the research work. In addition to that, yeah, once you do these things, what will happen? Yes, at the end you will get the successful publications, right? Number of publications, number of high impact factor journals, and in addition to that, there are lots of conferences are there. If you organize your work very well, you discuss your work very well with your professor, and of course there is no any negative impact that they can avoid you to get the best award posters or maybe best award in the presentations. So that is the key you must have to follow. In furthermore, once you have done the research work with strategically, you are following the energies or you are matching the energy with professor, at the end you are getting a very nice CV. You must have to organize your CV very effective way. As Dr. Ashish said very nicely, he explained very nicely how to organize your CV in impactful. Again, I wanted to put 3-4 lines in that case. There are many more students, we can see that even they doesn't know how to prepare their CV. Of course, I also didn't know in the initial part, but we have learned it. We have learned it from somebody, right? We are here to help you. So you can make it. Okay, you ask. Of course, there are some intelligent students, they will make it. There are just very few % students are there, they will make it. Even they will not explain you, they will go for their targeted area. Okay, they will go for the targeted position. But what about the common students? The biggest question is for the common student, and we are from in the rural stage. So I believe that most of our students are from rural area, and I believe that these are common. Yes, they are common, but now they are making extraordinary work somewhere other place because of the help of CNMS or help of CNMS faculty. So make sure that you make your CV very impactful. You cross-check your CV 100 times. You make your CV effective way with the help of all the artificial intelligence, or maybe the format, or maybe some AI, whatever it is, whatever way you can take help from for the computer, you can take it and you can make it. Make sure that you are putting appropriate your photo. Even I can see that some of the photos they are putting from function. How can you put the function photo in your CV? Is it? It is a professional, right? You must have to make it professional way that thing. Even if you go to the passport making process, they have mentioned it very clearly that you must have to make your passport size photo this much respective ratio, right? So at least you follow some guideline to make your CV with appropriate way in the professional way. In addition to that, once you make your effective way CV, then make your cover letter. Of course, Dr. Ashish also mentioned that thing. In addition to that, PPT, once you've done your defense, or maybe once you've done your PhD work or master work, you make very nice and very effective way your PPT. Whatever the things you have done, whatever the experience you have gained during the tenure, you put all together, make it nice PPT, take suggestion from your professors, take suggestions from your seniors, and then you go for the application and you can present your PPT in any interview. In addition to that, of course, you must have to make a good friendship, good networking. That's why the alumni organization is working. And of course, good friends always backbone support for any cause. So you make sure that you have a very good friends with you. And of course, the alumni is nothing but the good friendship platform for all of us. So you utilize this platform in appropriate way and make sure that you make your life more successful with the help of your colleagues or maybe your friends. And with this short note, I can just say thanks. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Arvind. And really, it was important to make connection and not make connections only because you need them. Because everyone can easily identify why someone is reaching you just only for the work. Or you make connection today and after 6 months again you left out, there is no connection, or you only remember the people when you need it. So for that, those connection doesn't stay so long. So make connection properly and just don't for your things to be done. So connectivity is very important. So I think for today's program, we are almost about to end, and now our election commission of CNMS, headed by Professor Akshay Samal. So he will out the results. So I first of all, I request all the contestants to come online. Dr. Divya and Dr. Kusma, and you can just move the camera there for the Sachin, and so they will be, or you can join Zoom. Dr. Kusma,
Yes, I'm here, sir.
yeah, just and Dr. Divya,
I'm here, sir.
just no, don't merge this. That is good. Only one screen. Okay, to Divya and Kusma. इस वाले को रखेंगे। Kusma को So now, Dr. Akshay, please share the screen. So here is the screen, and for the post of president, how much? Dr. Ningaraju got 41%, and Dr. Divya got, I think, 59%. So she is the for the first year, she will be the president of CNMS Alumni Association. And just move a little bit, Dr. Kusma. So she is a clear win. So she got, oh, someone has voted for the not applicable also. So it's like a nota. Okay, and for there, the third one, treasurer. No, so just move it a little bit up. Yeah, so he got 98% and 2% nota. So I think congratulations to all the bearers or new office bearers. Now you have to take a new responsibility with the Professor Sajesh and the CNMS other faculties. So congratulations to all the new office bearers. And
Thank you, sir.
definitely
Thank you,
for the
everyone.
treasuring part, if you need any help or any assistant, you can contact to Professor Nagraj. BMN sir, you can contact for the treasury and rest. Well, yeah. So yeah, so congratulations again to all of you. Okay, so now this part is over. Now we will move before ending and move. So we are planning. So sorry. No, actually, ma'am was calling. So before ending the session, I would like to thank you all the faculties CNMS current scholars, as well as the most important, our CNMS alumni who came on 2023 online, discussed a lot of things for more than an hour. Approx 2 hours, the discussion was there. People will come, and I think on that day, if I remember 2023, that Dr. Murli Krishnan and one Manjunatha, Murli is here. Okay. So they also come online because we have not seen them. Even just upon email, they came, they gave some discussion and suggestion also. And then I would like to thank you, Professor Chandrasekhar Raut, who initiated, he was the first coordinator of this alumni association. So Professor Chandrasekhar Raut Shin was for that, they initiated it. And then we came with Professor Ahipa, Mahesh, Srinivas, Dr. Shumankar Bose, Akshay, our editor, Sajesh sir. So all the team and Professor Arote, so all the team has started working on together. We have discharged Professor Patil even in late night of 11. So everything we have done, and anytime, it's not only that, even that we ask all the suggestion from other faculties. So everyone has suggested, alumni has also suggested. And in the newsletter, we have given the link for the CNMS Facebook page and this Twitter account. And Insta we don't have? No. So Twitter, LinkedIn and Facebook pages. In the newsletter, we are going to give a link also. You can join that. So we can get your information. You can feel free to tag yourself in this Facebook page, or you can share your achievements to the Professor Manish Mane. So we have included the email, so we can get information. Like right now, we are very well connected with Manjunath. He is here. So we are very well connected. Whether we met one-to-one or not, but we knows each other, what is going on, what new achievement he got. So all the jobs, went somewhere meeting. So someday we will again, in the not alumni meet, but after 3-4 months, we will try to invite him on a one-to-one session for his experience of the industry. That is very crucial. So that of things we get with the social event. So for that, please be connected with that. All the online people, audience, please be connected. And any issues, there was an email of Professor Mane. Please contact them. So on all that note, I would like to thank you all the alumni who come for so far to attend this program, to meet us. It was really feel good. And now we are heading towards the sprint tour. I think we knows the sprint tour. You have the Manju, so vehicle, right? So sprint tour just for the dinner purpose. So everyone, all the current students, alumni, offline, faculties, our office staff will move to the sprint tour for the dinner. Our volunteers and faculties will be there. No, we change height to the dinner. That what committee do? Yes. Yeah. So now we are going there for the photo session also and dinner. So everyone should move to the sprint tour, and thank you very much again to come here. And yeah, thank you.